done, you know who I am. Blades find their mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. It's from this moment unto this loud, showing up courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age. Never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll even the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to grow. It's from this moment unto his loud, showing up courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Sleeping shiny, the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender, no scratches on this cat, built sleek and slender. No attitude like men, I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind of a slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I'll never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. It's the next moment, I too is loud. Showing up courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air. I've got the skills, air gymnast, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers, got the moves like Jagger. I ain't no slacker, objects move when I'm around. An army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test, can't withstand this tempest. Proud. It's the next moment, our two is loud. Showing up courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon, always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong. I'm the body shield, they call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. It's the next moment, our truth is loud. Showing up courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hello, stream. Hey, Bay. Rose, I know you said you're in a call, but hello. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start without Tempest, but he will be joining us a little bit later. But he was going on a date anyway, so. All right. So I'm going to jump over to the crew. Please remember that I don't really pay attention to chat when I'm DMing. It's a little more difficult for me, but the players are often active in chat, so feel free to send messages. All right, let me jump over to you. Okay. All right, so last week, you guys finally made it back to quarters, and I believe we are finally, after last session, we are finally no longer on January 11th. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry. After how many sessions?
it was 4 or 5. Yeah, you guys were in January 11th for quite some time.
It's just so we're clear, it's been since session 27.
Yeah, so it's been 5 sessions or 4 sessions. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's a good thorough long time. So we will be going into the morning of Friday, January 12th. It'll kind of, as far as timing goes, it'll depend on what people are doing as soon as they wake up, since some people wake up earlier than others. But it's the morning of January 12th.
As far as I was aware, we had already started having conversations in the morning.
Correct.
We met downstairs. Min, Marcus, Tempest, Bonk.
Yeah, Tempest was the last one to get down there.
He just went to do something. Tempest was going upstairs to do something, and we were just kind of like, everybody was trying to pull. Bonkin was trying to pull Kira to do something with the head stuff.
Right. Yep. And so going into the recap, when you guys got back, Kira was sort of acting off, and Marcus picked up on it. Kira allowed Marcus to kind of explore her mind to figure out what the heck was going on. And he found, initially, he found an image I can share again here. He found an image of a young woman who Kira knew or believed to be important, but could not remember who the hell she was to save her life. Additionally, there was a mysterious figure.
Nope.
Go back to the other one, please.
Nope.
There was also this figure who was kind of looming, and that was amongst what Kira believes are memories. Not entirely positive, but it was homes on fire, whole towns on fire, people screaming, that kind of thing. So nightmarish of sorts, which is what you'd expect when you see a figure like that. After some discussion, it was determined that the symbol is actually that of a pincer, and research was done, and we'll touch on that momentarily. But additionally, Tempest got a date with Gale, and is supposed to be meeting her for lunch today on the 12th, I believe, is when it was, because he was texting her last night. And also, he reached out to the Frozen Phoenix, but I don't believe he shared any of that. So, you guys all... Okay, so XP is kind of weird this time around because we had weird situations. So Aegis, you're going to get 300 XP because I know that you were fighting not having electricity, but you weren't there for the whole session. I've got to be fair and consistent. So 300 XP.
No,
for
yeah,
Aegis.
that's completely understandable.
Thank you. Bonkin and Tempest will get 500 each, and Kira and Marcus are getting 800 each. And that's for various roleplay throughout. Are you short?
32 XP.
Oh my god. I wanted to make it jump to 850. Is that wrong?
That's a concerning face you're making, Xavier.
37,932.
All right.
So I actually would need 68 XP.
All right.
It's okay. It is what it is. I mean, unless I'm off.
I just want to know how much XP the brain's
Hold on a
getting.
second. Let me pull mine up. Hold on one second, because Xavier's like right there for leveling.
I was laughing because I'm literally 62 XP away from leveling, or 68. But if my math was wrong somewhere, she's got an actual chart. So
Yeah,
she
I've got a
should know
chart.
exactly where we're at. And if that's what it is, then by gods, that's what it is.
What did you say you have?
So I am showing 47,932. I'm sorry. No, that's not right. Hang on. Yeah, 47,932, and I need 48.
Yeah, you need 48. Hold on a second.
Honestly, this next level is not going to be very impressive.
I know,
So I'm not,
I know.
It's
It's
not
just so
like one of those,
stupid.
like critical ability levels. It's really not. It's a fluff level. A
I
couple
was stuck
extra hit
at
points.
I was stuck at 5 away for like a session there. I think Bonkin hit the same. Like, Candace hates us. That's all there is
No,
to it.
I was leveled up. I just couldn't get to sleep.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because you guys are on the 11th for fucking ever.
Fucking whole day at the 11th.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that just comes with being a parent. Like, you just lose
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. If you
Really
take a long
just-
rest, you can't level up.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so close. Oh god, I really want to just be like, okay, you guys get 900, but
Sorry, it's not that
best I could do is 900.
I mean, best I can do. So.
All right. Well, oh, that's lame. Okay, so yeah, do we have any additional clarifications or questions?
Clarification, could you redo the fucking math one more time? No, I'm just kidding.
I will.
No.
Clarification, how concerned am I allowed to be?
Just about that concerned.
Fair. I accept this.
Quick clarification / question regarding the offenser lady.
Mhm.
That was an elven individual, correct?
Hi, El.
Yes. High elf.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have a clarification. I have no clarifications. Thank you.
All right. Oh, man.
Was I correct in understanding it's about 9 a.m. because we'd woken up, everybody had come down? Cause
Yeah,
Tempest
you had to
was
wait for
coming out
Tempest,
early
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then Tempest said he was going to go get ready for his date.
Okay.
And Kira was actually up early, which is weird. She was out of her room early, which is weird.
Right, with Aegis and Marcus.
Yep, you want Marcus? There's weird shit happening. Help! I believe that's exactly how she phrased it.
Yeah, that's
of
pretty
course.
much how that went. And then Marcus, just to go back to last session as well, Marcus was able to press into others' minds and share what he was seeing with everybody, and did it in a really horrific order. So everybody is painfully aware of what's going on in Kira's mind right now.
Well, that side of it.
And
Listen, that is not something that my abilities normally allow me to do. So this is all
he's still learning
mental
it.
work.
But he did who was it? It was Marcus and Aegis, I believe, were trying to kind of because Aegis had just set down the circle, the zone of truth, excuse me.
Plus suggestion.
And used suggestion. Yep. With that, Marcus was the way that I explained it was kind of like going through a maze of hallways. Marcus found his way to where he believed he needed to go, the terrifying image, and unfortunately there was just a single roll that was not great, and it forced Marcus out of her mind. And I believe that's kind of where we left off. Aegis had stepped away to make a phone call. All right, so with that, we can pick up. Tempest, we'll say, is up in his room. Is he up in his room? Or no, put him in his room. Go to your
He
room,
was
Tempest.
going up to his room. I think he was climbing the stairs as we were leaving.
Go to your room.
Grounded.
All right. The cheat is grounded. Aegis, if you would like to go ahead and start.
All right. So yeah, once he gets to his room, he's gonna go ahead and look and just make sure that he has the right number still, and he's just gonna go ahead and hit what he has to go ahead and get a call out.
Okay. All right, so it would ring a couple times. You would hear sort of an odd man's voice. He sounds like he might be a little bit older, but it just sounds kind of odd. And he says, "Good morning, New Haven Historical Society. How may I assist you today?"
Hello. Who might I be speaking with?
Well, my name is Albert. Who might I be speaking with?
Nice to meet you, Albert. I am Aegis. I'm part of the Oathbearers. We're a bit of a new group that started up recently. I was looking around, relating to Aaaand Kir, because
You cut out.
we know somebody who seems to be suffering some nightmares and seeing a woman with Aaaand Kir's symbol.
She's having nightmares about Aaaand Kir?
Well, more nightmarish figure and seeing somebody else that has our Pensa symbol, but seemed like something you all might be interested in.
So just to clarify, the girl is seeing a symbol related to Apenser on another female in her dream?
Aye, specifically Alpensa's symbol.
Understood. While our primary focus is on historical research and preservation, we do have some knowledge of various religious symbols in their historical contexts. Our expertise might not extend to addressing personal or psychological issues directly. Have you considered a psychologist or psychiatrist for the young woman?
I mean, to be fair, I can't say that I have, but considering our line of work, um, usually we believe it's magic before it's something psychological.
I see, I see. That does sound very distressing. We could provide some information about the symbol and its historical significance if you can provide the symbol to us. I could maybe help you understand the symbol's background, but I would recommend seeking assistance from a mental health professional. Mostly so I can't get blamed if she goes crazy.
I need to check one thing real quick before I start talking again.
Okay. While you're doing that, you would hear, you could hear like there are other people in the background, and Albert, it sounds like he tries to cover the phone, but is probably as good at using phones as Bonkin. And he says, you can clearly hear him say, "I'm on the phone. Yes, I took a call. No, they didn't tell me that. I'll talk to you after."
Well, when would we be able to meet to discuss about it then?
Well, we're open from the hours of 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday and Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday. Wednesdays we close at 4.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
Okay. Just let them know that you talked to Al. Actually, just let them know at the front desk what's going on.
I will. Thank you.
Yep, have a good day.
You too. And then I'll go ahead and hang up and then frantically look to see what day it is.
That's a good call. So I did tell you the date, but not what day it is. It's Friday. Friday,
Okay.
January 12th.
So, Aegis is just going to take a moment and focus on the symbol that he had seen for Alpenser, and he just wants to ingrain that into his mind for a bit.
The symbol itself? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And what you can confirm what Albert told you on the phone is true. When you hang up, you know, the search screen comes back up and it lists the hours, and it does match. So
Cool.
all right. So Kira, you're still sitting in a zone of truth right now.
I got a cup of coffee. These are the important things in life.
I mean, you have a never-ending cup of coffee, so.
Marcus is still there, correct? Just on
Yeah.
the other side of the room from where you'd gotten thrown against the wall?
And the whole kitchen was the zone of truth, I believe, is what we figured. Actually, I guess I could throw something down. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Marcus is now standing with the intellective hour on his shoulder, kind of in preparation to move.
Just that way you know, Candace, it is a 15-foot radius
Thank you.
circle.
Thank you.
So Kira's just gonna grab the coffee, and she, with one hand, like, she pets Ben for a second, and she grabs the coffee, and the other hand is, like, just kind of rubbing her temples, as if she has a headache. If we could not focus on this right now, I might have other stuff depending on if we want to deal with the rogue Olithid pod or something. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to think.
See, that's what I was saying just a few moments ago. Master Bonkin here is trying to pull you into some meditation room and do some sort of thing that has to do with meditation and stuff that I don't understand, but while that might be good and well, we should probably face the things that are known to us right now. Unless Master Bonkin wants to give you a good rap on the dome and maybe knock that thing loose.
I wouldn't do that unless Miss Kira asked herself. I'd be a bit rude.
Kira, would you like Master Bonkin to rap you on the dome once with his mighty fist?
I don't
Remember,
think I could
truth.
stop. I don't think I could stop Min from attempting to permanently put an end to the threat were he to attempt that.
Maybe we can just bribe her with some more pocket bacon. I mean, Mr. Aegis just made some.
If her priorities are shifted, I would rather not know. I am already a little bit concerned at the fact that I no longer seem to have as complete of a hold on her actions as I used to. And she kind of just has the expression of like, fuck, Zona truth, after she says that.
Alright, but
Kind of wide.
I'm still gonna give her some. He's gonna lower his hand down with some bacon.
Min would look up at Kira and then take the bacon.
Kira does not look like she's doing particularly well, but she's also not actively stopping Min at the moment.
Okay.
I'd like to think it's that cat of like she stares at Kira while sideways glancing at the like,
Yeah, that's
grabbing.
exactly what I was going for. Yeah.
So Marcus is going to turn to kind of walk towards the stairs, and he's going to say, I'm going to put Sundama in my room to rest for a little bit. This has been quite a strain on his little brain. I'll be back in a moment. And he begins to walk up the stairs. He peeks over the railing and kind of ducks down through it. Weird question for you, Kira. And he switches to Elvin. The girl in your visions, in your dreams or thoughts, whatever it happens to be, I know you can't remember her, but with the way the visions played out, do you think there's any chance that when she died, if she died, you found a way somehow in your distant past to capture her spirit or soul and put it in Min, maybe leading to increased awareness and sentience?
So Kira is just she just blinks. And she just I don't even have the faintest idea how to begin processing that. It's I can look at the ritual. I happen to have a ritual on hand that is specifically designed to bind a soul, but it's not something I was familiar with before, as far as I'm aware.
Just something to think about. And then he'll kind of sidestep and continue upstairs.
Because of the zone of truth, Bonkin, who normally doesn't speak when Marcus and Kara are speaking, the second Marcus points to Min, he's gonna go, "They're talking about you." He's gonna pet her.
I love Monkin under a zone of truth.
Basically drunk. Yeah.
Kira is going to like crouch down and like tisk her tongue to get Min to like turn to look at her. Assuming, Min does. And she's going to, in Elven, I'm just kind of looking like, was that true? Do you have her soul? Is that why I don't remember? And just kind of see what Min does.
So Min will just kind of look up at you and flick her tail back and forth while she chomps on the bacon.
This is very disconcerting, Min. I hope you realize that. But you have never failed me, so I have no reason to doubt you. I do need to go and look over that soul-binding ritual again, though. Switching back to Common, looks up to Bonkin from where she's crouched. I need to go and check a relatively concerning thing in my room. I will be back if you or the others have any need of me or my information before then, you know where to find me. I'm literally upstairs.
Alright, I'm a little concerned that you said it's something concerning, but I'll be here because I respect your And if you need help, yeah, I'll be here.
I'm not 100% sure that you would be able to read or interpret the ritual.
Oh, well, I can read.
Elvin?
No, I can't read something I can't speak, I think. If you want to teach me, Elvin, I'd be like to read.
I don't think this is something that you should be starting to read unless you enjoy necrotic rituals that involve soul torment.
I'm sorry, what? You lost me at
Min starts nudging Kira towards the stairs, like she's like pushing her towards the stairs.
Get the fuck out of the zone of truth, kind of nudge.
Yeah.
Bonkin's just gonna keep trying to say
I'm the
necrotic.
monster, right?
She's gonna say it in Elven as if that's going to make it any easier to say.
Then you just like confuse him and he's trying to combine both words.
Thank you. As the ghost is taking over me, it seems.
Oh, bye.
No, that was me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did figure out that one, but it's the once she's past the you can just tell Marcus it's nothing to worry about. He's the only one that I'm actually concerned about worrying in this particular instance. Don't tell him I said necrotic though. As she goes upstairs.
Don't tell him
I will
said
try
necrotic.
my best, but I don't think I can keep a secret right now.
Stand on the stairs then.
But I like the bacon.
Then take the bacon with you, is the last thing heard as she goes upstairs. Candace, I am just going to take a look at the thing and see if it seems like it could be used to do the other thing.
All right.
I'm assuming you know what I
I
mean
do,
there.
yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, hello, Mr. Aegis. Miss Kira's definitely doing something concerning, and I'm not told not to talk about it.
Well, here's a zing of that zone of truth again.
Zing. Yeah. So Kira with a nat 1. Sure.
It's definitely not talking about automatons.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Of course I can figure that out.
Why couldn't it be? Why couldn't it be what it is? But also, it's probably not. You really are not sure. It's not your kind of magic. It's not a ritual you've ever cast before, and it certainly isn't something you ever considered being a part of.
And the components going into it are not something I would want to use or used in making min, I'm assuming.
Correct. None of them were used in making min. You know that for a fact.
So she'll be gone for probably 5-10 minutes, however long, and then just let me know when I can go back downstairs.
Yeah, we could take a brevity. I don't want to drag it out.
Cool.
Unless you two are going to do something specific in the kitchen.
Oh, no, I was just bringing Aegis back in after
Got it.
after he finally got done ingraining that image into his head.
Perfect. Okay.
Bonkin is sweating not to trying not to talk about everything that Kira just said.
And Aegis, if you want to go ahead and just give me an intelligence check so we can see just how ingrained that is.
Not very.
Yeah, I mean, you know it was the symbol of a pincer, but it also you also know that typically that's with gems, so it's a little weird because it's more flat within the armor. So we'll see when you get when you get there.
Also probably
Okay.
wasn't the most crystal clear image, because that wouldn't have been Kira's priority in remembering.
But for when you guys go, you'll have a Marcus there. All right. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I see Marcus.
He was literally just dropping the brain off.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, okay. So you guys, after a little while, the zone of truth will wear off, assuming that everyone's okay with doing sake of brevity.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus would have just come downstairs and kind of put a hand out, and he's gonna just say to Bonk and Aegis, "Where's Kira? I said I was just going to put Sundama back in the room."
I believe she just went up to her room from the sounds of.
Yeah, she said she needed to concentrate on something.
Kira, it wouldn't have taken you long to look at that over and not know. So.
Sweet. Okay. Then yeah, she'll be downstairs like a minute later. Minute or two.
Kira, what did you need to concentrate on?
She's gonna stop before entering the kitchen because she has no idea how long that thing lasts. I was trying to figure out if it was possible that a soul was captured and trapped inside Min.
Candace, I'd like to attempt to insight the situation, but I don't want to insight whether or not she's lying. I want to insight the fact that I also particularly stepped outside of the zone of truth when questions were being asked and given, and she stopped at the fucking door, which is a clear-cut line where it ended. Can I try to pick up if she's trying to stay out of a magical hot zone?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do an insight check on her. Sure.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, her body language, because she just about took the step in and then realized where the step was. So you're inclined to believe she was trying to stay out of the zone of truth. You're inclined to believe that that's what's going on there, especially with having resided in her head a couple of times. You're pretty familiar with how she thinks.
Marcus will just smile and say, "You can come in and lie freely if you like. Spell's gone."
But that wasn't a lie. I just didn't particularly want to have to explain further depending on what questions you asked.
No, it's fine. You've just given me the answer. You literally just told me that there's more to what you are actually doing, so we'll talk later. Anyways, what about this rogue illithid pod? I'm very curious about the information you've obtained on that. Hold on, Master Aegis. What were you doing?
Well, I went to make a call to see if I could find out potentially anything about Alpensa.
Oh, any luck?
There is a bit of a historical group around that we could go to.
All right.
That being said, I might have to go ahead and stop off somewhere first, just to see if they have something that might be able to assist in making this a little easier. If not, I still have a prestidigitation. I can at least make the symbol.
All right.
And then actually, he'll start pulling his phone out and then start like, what was it, Noogle? I think.
Yeah, new goal. Yeah.
Yeah, don't go to Booble.
Don't go to.
It's a thing.
And he'll just type in closest magic shop with scrolls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, closest magic shop with scrolls. Okay, so there aren't very many locations, but there are 2 locations. You're not able to really see their inventory. Like, if you type in like, well, just as a for instance, if you type in Bahamian beer, it'll just pull up like liquor stores. It seems like it's kind of like that, but magic shops do show up. There are a couple that are here in town. Home Depot.
Cool.
Right, so we can stop off somewhere. Actually, that reminds me. I've been trying to figure out. I need to speak to somebody who is a procurer of magical curiosities at some point. I have a couple of questions.
We might be looking for somebody similar then, because I'm needing a scroll anyways.
Oh, yes, I don't really read magic, but and he kind of tugs on the cloak. I have a couple of ideas and questions about this thing, so that could be perfect. We could make it a one-stop shop, but I promised Mistress Kira I'm not allowed to haggle, so you may have to do that bit for me.
Are you just wanting that to be identified?
No, I know exactly what it is.
And we're going to someone else that specializes in magic items? There's a little bit of like, she can't hide it, like, it's not jealousy, but it's the like, we shouldn't need to do that kind of expression.
Yes. It's more for the historical aspect of the creation of this item. You did not create it, so you cannot tell me where exactly it is from.
Candace, I didn't get to roll for anything related to this cloak because I wasn't present. Do I know anything about these cloaks or where they are typically, anything, etc., etc.? Can I attempt a history thing?
You can attempt a history thing. Yeah, but if she doesn't,
I really
My
want.
favorite skill
Yeah.
check, history thing.
I really want spite knowledge here. Like. Oh, never mind. Okay. Apparently, I don't get to be spiteful, and
yeah,
I.
it sounds like Marcus is pretty. I mean, he's wearing the damn thing and he's attuned to it, so he probably knows.
She's gonna narrow her eyes, and it's just the like. I can't push on this issue because you'll push on the issue you're holding over me, so fine. Her expression is very clear. She cannot hide it at all.
So yes, scroll shopping and maybe just a conversation about this here cloak. And then yes, we need to hunt us some rogue illithids. Am I correct?
Well, I do have some information about the rogolithids and about the Ethereum crystal, but if we're going to try and find an arcanist or something similar out here, I might also need to talk to them a little bit.
Well, shit, one-stop shop. Master Bonkin, are you looking for some magical mitts? Maybe some fancy shoes that allow you to glide on water or something?
I
Perhaps
don't,
a pair of gauntlets to go with those fists.
maybe, but I don't have anything in particular I want. I'm not, I don't know, magic stuff. If they have something, it'd be great.
Well, we never know. I suppose if we all go in and have a conversation, maybe we can find something fun. All this
Maybe.
money lying around and nothing fun to do with it. Oh, well, actually, there are some fun things happening on the back end. Speaking of which, did you spend all night in your room typing away at your computer and phone, or did you by any chance reach out to Maracus and assist him in the reconstruction of my flails?
I believe that I sent him a message. I think that was in my long list of things I sent to
It
Candace.
was, yeah, it was in the long list of things. The only thing you would have gotten back from him was, I will reach out as soon as I am at the point of needing assistance.
So the response to that would be don't hesitate, I will gladly offer what aid I can. But to Marcus, it's going to be, of course I spend most of the night in my room tapping away at my computer and phone, and that is how I managed to contact him.
And tablet.
And tablet. I still need to order some things. Oh! And she's going to run out of the room and to the front door. But she's going to open the front door, grab a package that's at the front step, and then go back to the kitchen holding what's clearly like an Amazon package.
As she
Or
points out
some
the
other
door,
like shipping package.
Yeah, not Amazon. Go ahead, Marcus.
Marcus just points at the door and looks at the other two and says, "Is that the coffee that's making her do that? She's usually pretty sluggish, isn't she?"
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna
Also,
peek
she
over at
left
Min.
Min behind.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm peeking up and over at Min. Min? Are you alright?
Tail flick, tail flick.
I'm
She's
gonna
just kind of
glance
like
at the
looking
door.
down the hallway.
Yeah, I'll glance and I'm gonna just peek inside of her mind really quick and see if there's any thought. I'm not gonna say anything though.
Okay. Again, it's
Like
not.
when she leaves.
Yeah, it's not really like thinking words like you would get from one of us, but you can feel feelings from her, which you kind of think is a little weird for a machine. And it's mostly annoyance.
But do I sense that it's like being projected from Kira, or is this like individualized?
It sort of feels like if you were able to see it, it would be almost like a silvery, purplish sort of line going from Kira to Min. You're not sure which one it's coming from exactly, but it does feel a little bit more focused on Min.
Okay. So Marcus will just smile and he'll leave her mind alone. And as we hear Kira's footsteps running back towards the kitchen, he's gonna smile and say, "Min is not happy that she was left behind."
Candace, did I feel that he was in Min's head again?
Yeah, so you would feel he didn't say anything, but you're kind of more familiar with Marcus's presence than any. Here's Marcus.
I was thinking that same thing.
It's the fucking show.
You're pretty
New party.
familiar. Yeah, you're familiar with Marcus's presence, what it feels like when he's in your mind. And it feels distant. It almost feels like if you knew he was sitting on the other side of a wall. but you know that it's Marcus. Like you know that it was him.
We will
So,
have Tempest in about 20 minutes, by the way.
Oh, cool.
posted
Thank
in
you.
Discord.
so Kira's gonna pause for a second as she's going back and just kind of okay, and then she'll go back in. Now it'll walk. Her expression is a little bit of like, again, like headachy or uncomfortable as she comes back in, but she's holding this package. It's here. It's here.
Oh,
What's here?
congratulations. What have you won? What is it?
So she's going to go to the counter, and she's going to pull out from one of the many pockets on her person. She's going to pull out a thin blade, open up the package, and she is going to dump out onto the counter a stack of what looks like paper, that are, a couple inches long, couple inches tall, rectangular stacks, plastic wrapped. And then she'll reach out, she'll flip one over, and they are clear as day business cards that have the Oathbearer symbol and the name Oathbearers and a single phone number on them, which no one recognizes because it is a phone number no one's seen.
Oh, my goodness. Marcus will, Candace will kind of like reach his hand out, and as he does so, you guys will see, like projecting from his own hand comes this like purple and pink spectral hand, and I'll cast Mage Hand, and I'll have it come over and pick up one of the business cards and float it back over to him, kind of like melds back into his hand, and then he takes it.
They're the nice business cards. She's not going to skimp on this.
Glossy. Sharp. Well done. How much did these cost us? Marcus flips his little visor down and begins twisting the dials.
Less than the amount of this place. But the number will forward to all of our phones. So if anyone tries to reach out to any of us, we will all be able to answer.
Beautiful. How many are there?
Yeah, that's
500.
Okay. Marcus, I'm going to take a stack of 50, and I'm just going to flip them out, kind of count them out, and I'm going to... Oh, fuck, I don't really know where to... Oh, fuck it, I'll put them in the backpack. Everything else goes there, right? I'll put it in one of my side pouches.
Okay.
said she'll see you go to like drop it, but please put it in a pouch. I didn't order holders. I was gonna make them, but I got excited.
Oh, alright. Well, yes, I suppose these potions, and he pulls the 2 greater healing potions out. I'll put these in the backpack instead.
Yeah, they're less.
Oh, go ahead.
Aegis has finally pulled his way up onto the table, so that way he can...
You cut out.
Oh.
Oh, no, I was just saying Aegis was like... just finally pulls his way up onto the table, so that way he can see the business cards.
Sorry, Mr. Aegis. If you just asked, I would have helped. My bad.
Oh,
Why did
it's
you get
fine.
him stools or something?
I think we have to, yeah.
Master Aegis, I promise we will get... We will make this kitchen accommodating for someone of your stature. My apologies.
Trust me, I've worked in worse. Have you ever tried being a halfling like me and working with a Goliath?
No.
Thankfully,
never.
I've only had to do it one time. There's a reason I say thankfully.
I'm going to pull that visor back down, and I'm going to send a message to Zachary, and I'm going to say, can you potentially acquire us a dozen step stools or so, please?
So
Good ones, nothing cheap.
you get a thumbs up emoji back, and then it's only a couple minutes later. Zachary walks in, and he's got a nice wooden step stool, and he brings it into the kitchen. Oh, he walked right through that wall. Hold on. And he just like walks in the kitchen, and he's holding it expectantly, and he looks over at Marcus, and he goes, "I've got this one. It's a nice wooden one. Like it's nice quality. Clearly, it's for stepping up into the SUV."
Oh, this is awkward. it's for Master Aegis, maybe to just assist him around. Mistress Kira, do you think you might be able to install wheels with locking mechanisms into them so Master Aegis can easily wheel that around in the kitchen?
Do we only want wheels with locking mechanisms?
Of course not. Put a little winch on it that makes it go higher, a little gasket that makes him go lower. Fuck, put an engine on it for all I care.
I'll need some parts, but we are going to need to spend some time here so that I can get some things done before, especially before the plates finish rotting.
Oh, yes, right.
But yes, I can. That shouldn't be terribly difficult. I could also probably, if we just want something that'll get the job done, we could probably just order them. But if we want like nice things, it'll take some time.
Right. Well, maybe while we're at the magic shop, Master Aegis, maybe we can find you a flying carpet. You can just hover around on it.
Oh, no, that would be something nice. Hadn't considered that yet.
It would be quite interesting to
There you
see.
Zachary's
I'm
gonna.
Mr. Zachary.
Yeah, Zachary's gonna slowly set the stool down right here and sort of like step out in the hallway here.
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yep.
No, please, Mistress Kira, you first.
I was going to see if he wanted some of the cards, and if he wanted bacon.
Yeah, what's your bacon?
Double yes.
Bonkin will give him like a handful.
I'll
may
get him a
want to watch
plate
that.
and
Yeah,
some business
clean.
cards.
My hands are clean.
Good night.
Aegis
Alright.
will go ahead and look at the step stool that Zachary brought. Is it like how high up does this thing go?
The step stool.
Yeah.
It'd be it's about like 36 inches or so. It's like a foot and
So like
doing my math.
but
36 inches. It's like so there's one little step and then a big step. So it goes like the
oh
little
wait
step.
no, it's 36 inches would be 3 feet.
Yeah. So there's like a little step that'll get you about 1.5, and then the next step up gets you to 3.
Oh, that's
Shit, you're as
fun.
big as us. Almost.
I was about to say this thing's taller than me by an inch.
Doubled your height.
Literally, he's gonna look at this thing and just be happy, and he's just gonna like put it up against like a probably a drawer or something there next to a counter, and just and then up onto the counter.
Wonderful. I don't think I never thought I'd look you eye to eye. This is great. Now you're taller than me by like 3 inches.
Probably don't put it against the stove until I can add some fire retardants to it.
Yeah, that might set on fire. It was just for getting into the car.
Oh, Master
Oh.
Zachary, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, well, who else am I transporting?
Touche. Us and a lot of corpses, and a chair, and a giant papier-mâché bowl, and a trash can.
A couch.
And
A couch.
Yes, there's been quite a few random things, but here we are. We are intending on going magic shopping,
Oh.
Zachary. So within the next, let's say, 25 or so minutes, I think we're going to head out. We're going to stop at a magic item shop that Master Aegis has located for us. We're looking for a good one, not one that's going to try to rip us off or sell us half-used potions or scrolls, you know. We don't want smudges on the incantations.
You might want Abracapothecary then. Ace High is...
Abracapothecary. That's fucking hilarious.
Don't tell her that. Ace High is more of a pawn shop of sorts.
Aye, that is good to know.
Master Aegis, where were you taking us?
Well, those were the two that I had seen. I was gonna ask Zachary which one he thought might be better.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
We weren't just gambling on that loss.
Abracapothecary is a good one. Ace High can be good if you have something good to trade. But
Oh, I have things to trade.
maybe both.
Gold coins. That's how we barter in today's day and age, right?
He'll take as many of those as he can.
Wonderful. So I think we're going to do that. Mistress Kira, we wanted to maybe get some information about these rogue illithids. If it's really just that they're hiding out in the subway, I'd like to take care of that as soon as possible, because they are single-handedly causing the issues with people being scared away from the druids over by the mountain.
Well, there's the information about that, but also there's all of the information about the Ethereum crystal. So it's not just the pod.
Well, weren't they related, those two things?
I mean, if you look at the internet, you wouldn't think so, but yes, probably.
Great. Somebody else hold the crystal, point me in the direction of the elephants.
That would work. But first, we'll point you in the direction of the magic shop.
Well, maybe we should discuss the information you have about the illithids. Do you have actual information about the illithids? Or is
She
this
looks-
just another standing outside the door situation? And he kind of like looks down at the door that you were standing outside of earlier.
So she gets a cross between offended and hurt look, and it's well, I did in fact find the location, but if you're worried about the trustworthiness of my information, sure, you could validate it elsewhere.
True, if I knew how to use the internet.
Oh, interesting. Yes, I've got a rough location. There's some missing persons reports. There's, if I had to guess, an aura or some sort of energy emanating that is similar to by the druids, where people don't want to be anywhere near it. All the signs that, when you know what to look for, point to a rogolithid pod.
Wonderful. Yes, we call that psychic dread, by the way. It's an aura, a manifested aura of psychic fear, terror, nightmare, and it definitely keeps people away. Successfully most of the time. Except for that stubborn old druidic lady that's up in the mountains. I don't know how the hell she overcame it, but...
She could have a innate psychic resistance.
It's possible. Or she just is too old to give a shit.
Or her mind is strong enough to work through it.
Also that. Or she's just too
Right.
old to give a shit.
Pretty sure she just patently does not give a fuck. That seems to
very
make-
likely.
Yes.
Right, so we've got a location, but we stop at the magic shop first. I'm going to leave Sundamar here. I don't want to risk exposing him to any other rogue psychic sources, because if they manage to dominate him, then we are in more trouble than we would be if they didn't.
I could see how that could be a problem.
Right, so
Question.
Master Zachary... Oh, sorry, yes.
If that were to happen, obviously, so, am I saying the name right? Sundamar?
Sundamar, yes.
Okay, so, is there still a connection to him and the pod that we had spoke with?
Yeah.
Or has there ever been a connection, I guess? I don't really know much about these creatures.
Yes, so the connection that exists currently is that of creationism. So Sundamar, is the mind itself, the brain, belonged to a master historian of our late age of disillusionment. The illithid pod that I am a part of, that exists within that mountain structure, obtained Sundamar's brain and transformed it into the intellect of Aura that we now know and love as Sundamar. Sundamar the brain, not Sundamar the person that once was. So that connection does exist and always will exist, but it's not something I don't think we necessarily need to fear, because the same type of connection that exists between Sundamar and the pod is almost the same connection that exists between myself and the pod. It is one of a psychic pathway that allows conversing and things of the sort to happen, but I suppose the Elder Brain could take control of the entire pod and make them do whatever its will is, but the odds of that are very, very slim.
I was about to say, it sounds like until this rogue pod gets taken care of, Sundamar's staying here. Last thing
Yes.
we need is this rogue pod to dominate it and then have a way into that network.
Yes, absolutely correct. And I am much more confident. I am much more confident about my own psychic defenses than I am of Sundamar's. Though I will tell you this: I have seen the inside of Sundamar's mind, and he is very powerful, and he knows a great deal of our age of disillusionment. So he will be a great resource in the future, I'm sure.
That is very helpful to know. Well, I guess let me go get changed, and we'll get ready then.
Understood. Mistress Kira, is Min greased up and ready to go?
Yes.
Finishes chomping the bacon. Yeah, pumpkin.
I will have to work on seeing if I can build out a grease attack at the rate she's consuming bacon, but yes, I think, actually, she's gonna turn and ask Min in Elven, do you want to go with us to the magic shop? And to fight a bunch of Illithid, probably?
Marcus, as she turns, looks down at Min and just...
Blanca's also in the background, just like,
Min, you see her tail sort of flick, and she'll look slowly around at everybody and see the two nodding their head. And then she'll just start, like, sauntering over this way in true cat style and head this direction.
I guess that's a yes.
I am
Wait.
not certain. Oh, she's asking us what's taking so long.
Yeah, when Kira doesn't immediately follow, she turns around and looks in the kitchen door, like,
Again, in Elven. My apologies, Min. I am much slower than you. Well, Marcus, are you coming?
Well, Master Ray just needs to get changed. He said to give him a few minutes, and where is Master Tempest? We should probably not...
Tempest!
Well, no, he's 3 floors up. I guarantee you he's up there. Hang on, I flip the visor down and I start sending a fucking text message. And Tempest will get a text message that says, we're going magic item shopping, and we're going to hunt some illithids. You coming?
Tell him that he might be able to get something to give to Gale for his date.
Oh, ... Kira says you can pick something up for your date tonight. Something nice, like a tentacle.
No! I don't know what you just said, but no.
he goes,
You may hear some splashing from the bath upstairs, and a moment later, you'll get a text message back. Like, oh yeah, be right back down, or be right back down. Wet emoji, fish, tentacle.
Marcus will not respond to that, but he'll look very confused as he flips the visor up and he says he'll be down. I think he's busy drowning his fish with a tentacle or something like that. I'm not sure.
He's watching something online, don't question it.
That's one way we like to say it.
Marcus is, for the first time in a long time, very uncomfortable going to go to the fridge, and he's going to pour himself a drink. Not alcohol. He's just going to get, like, a glass of milk. He's like, excuse me.
I'm gonna
get
the car ready.
When Marcus goes to, like, take the drink, as he's lifting the cup up, I'm just gonna very nonchalant, oh, probably shouldn't drink the ichor. Just to try.
Can I grab ichor, or is it fucking...
It's milk.
He sets the glass down loudly, and he takes the cloak, and he begins to wipe the milk off of his nose.
So did you actually spit like
Yeah.
spit it out?
Oh yeah, he would have spit it, like it would have come up and out of his nose because he panicked. It was wet in his mouth and slimy, and he just kept thinking about the smell of the ichor.
So you didn't like spit it out, right?
Oh no,
Blanca's, like right in front of
no,
me.
not across the table. He's not. That would have been comical, but no. Poor Bonkin. That would have been the second time.
Oh, you'd have to take a shower. He'd be all fuzzy again.
Excuse me. That's disgusting, and I bet I never find ichor in this one since you've got one in your room now.
Also, Miss Kira, please refrain from talking about stuff like that at the table. It's a bit
I'm
weird.
not at the table.
Yes, but we still are. It's kind of like... It's just manners, I guess.
Aren't you the only one talking about things like that? I just gave general advice, and she's going to shrug, definitely not innocently, and put a hand on Min and head towards the door. Now, whenever you're ready to go and stop actual problems.
Marcus finishes chugging the glass of milk, including that which he spit back in there. He looks across at Bonk and says, "She's right, you know." And then he's just gonna walk to the sink and rinse the glass out.
Bonkin's gonna look really confused. And he just got gaslit into believing that he's the one at fault. Did I?
Oh my god, whoever doesn't have a inspiration, take one.
I've been sitting on this Nat 1 inspiration for a long
Don't
time.
say that.
I know. I just know. That's the thing, though. I already know. We don't need to say it.
I am.
Don't even say
Swap it. Take inspiration on your inspiration.
Oh, I will. Bam.
I was about to say I'm taking my first inspiration in like 4 sessions. I am so excited.
That was an amazing exchange, y'all. All right, so sake of brevity, Tempest, would you like to make your entrance?
Yeah. Tempest will. He ran upstairs to try to draw a bath. He basically just like splooshed water into the bath and like heard people like getting ready, or he got his text message and like, oh, shit, okay, that is a really good idea. All right, I'll hold his bath for later. I'll come back down. Yeah, Tempest will kind of like come stumbling down the stairs, kind of like putting his jacket back on. All right, yeah, that's great idea. Let's yeah, I totally go for a gift for Gail. Great idea, thanks. Where are we going? When are we doing this?
Now, I guess.
Okay.
I guess we're just
Very
waiting for
important.
Mr. Aegis.
We'll have to ask my patron that at a later time.
Damn, Bonkin took off.
I was grouping y'all up so that I can copy you.
Bonkin's fast as fuck.
Bonkin,
Walking speed.
if you want to re-equip the usual.
Say less. Okay, got it.
Say less.
We'll
I'm
get
assuming that-
downtime. I'll fix this at some point, but
Does Kira just like get in the car and unsling her backpack and just put it in his lap? Is it like?
No, the backpack's sitting in his spot.
Oh. You know your place.
Hold my purse.
He is.
Yeah, Bonkin's just kind of like like really trying to squeeze into like a small space so Kira can put her backpack there.
I'm picturing at this point, and Candace, please, if you don't want me to do this, that's fine. But could she have wheels on her backpack at this point to get it to the car? Just like
a
the
wheelie-
rolling
yeah,
back.
she can have a rolling backpack, sure.
Yes.
Hashtag early 2000s.
I don't remember that shit.
Hashtag looks like she's about to go on a plane.
Yeah.
I sold video games to my friends via a backpack like that.
Those
I don't-
Nigerian bootlegs that you picked up for cheap at the market and trade for a goat.
No, this was before Nigeria. This was still in South Africa. So,
You're like, hey man, come on. Oh,
so it's even more bootleg.
I also don't know if I could get my own backpack to the car without wheels, so.
Alright, so as everybody's kind of like regathering here, we'll just go do our normal thing. I will beeline for the front seat and let myself in like a true gentleman.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll take 10 business cards too. Just
Okay.
they run
Take a
out.
full stack. She'll make sure everyone gets at least 50. She'll just Tempest here in the
Ooh,
car.
business
Aegis.
cards?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the phone numbers will forward to all of our calls. So if anyone needs any of us, we'll all get the information.
Nice.
And they're like, since you missed the description, it's got the Oath Bearers symbol. It says the Oath Bearers. It has a single phone number on it, and they're like the nice business cards.
Ooh, it's got the heavyweight material. Oh, I like this.
Heavyweight, full gloss.
Is this embossed?
gloss.
My God.
So Marcus
Only-
will look at Zachary.
Only the best for the Oath Bearers.
Sorry, go ahead.
Golden Commander ain't got shit on us.
I bet she has flat business
Alpha
cards.
League who?
Yeah, she's got Matt stock. Dumb bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Alpha League who?
Marcus will look at Zachary and he'll say, right, so take us to Abracadalchemist, or whatever the name of the shop was.
Apothecary.
That's the one.
Yep. All right.
Apothecary, that's where we're going?
Yeah, Apothecary. That's what it's called. Yep.
Sounds good to me. Also, how much do we owe you for the step stool for Master Aegis?
He kind of waves it off. Just it's like I'm storing it at home.
Come on. And he kind of looks at him seriously. Let me give you a little something.
That sounds very suggestive.
He starts. It takes him a second, and then he does like the kind of laugh, and then just starts driving.
I've been listening to Master Bonkin's jokes. I figured that a small person one would be kind of funny. He kind of looks over his shoulder to make sure nobody can hear him talking loudly.
Kira's dying here.
I was gonna say, give me perception checks, everybody.
Also, what language is that happening in? Is the real
common,
question.
100%, absolutely common. Social grace is non-existent. Oh God! Oh, the person I didn't want to hear.
720. Okay, so Tempest, Kira, and Aegis, you all hear the joke, Marcus's short joke that he says to Zachary. And to be fair, Zachary had clearly been uncomfortable due to the conversation inside and then bringing in the step stool when he wasn't supposed to, so it kind of broke the ice for him.
Big yikes, Marcus.
But yikes.
Marcus, you just see his face like,
What?
Okay, if there's a thing that I could use from this shop, but I don't know if the shop will be able to provide it, and it may require outsourcing. I need a ritualistic caster, specifically someone with generational knowledge.
oh, I know a lot about generations.
Do you know a lot about dragon marks?
Before I lie, Candace, have I ever been to the realms of Eberron where the dragon marks run freely like wine in the streets?
No, that was very evocative. However, give me a history check anyway, because you do have to train for anything. So we'll see what is included in your training.
We've got dragon tattoos.
I'll accept the 17 and not
17's
utilize my inspiration.
17's not bad. If she could give you a little more detail, you might actually be able to help her figure something out.
What kind of dragon mark exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for a true mark of finding. She says the elven word for finding more because of making sure she's getting the right version of the word.
Did we have a conversation about the finding things?
Did you and
item we talked about that she
yeah? So you guys, again, like
a ring or something like
more
that?
time has passed. I think it's goggles, isn't it?
Was it?
I do have goggles that I cannot use unless I get a dragon mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
we picked those up like
A
way
long time
early
ago.
on, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
very beginning.
Okay.
It was the first magic item we got once we were in the modern world.
Is it easy enough to put 2 and 2 together for that?
Give me an intelligence check.
I'll accept the 21.
Yeah, you can put 2 and 2 together on that.
Okay. Marcus will, his eyes will kind of go wide. I don't think you need a ritual caster. I think you need a magical tattoo artist. And he looks at Bonkin. Master
Yeah.
Bonkin, didn't you say you knew somebody?
Well, they did say they did magical tattoos sometimes, but mine's just regular, so I think I know that place.
You might want to talk to him because if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, you might need to get that, you know.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first bit of ink that I've gotten, but the problem isn't so much finding someone that can do a magical tattoo, it's finding someone who knows a knowledge that's typically only passed down from generation to generation from the explorers that used to visit this land.
That's fair.
I mean, I can ask Mr. Brent if he knows anyone like that.
There have been a lot of forgery and like faux versions, so if you trust him, I trust you.
You seem pretty nice.
What's the worst that can happen?
From what it sounds like, you're
magic.
needing.
It cut you out, Aegis.
It seems like you might need somebody from that lineage.
I just need someone who has the knowledge. It's
He'll go ahead and cock his head to the side a little bit and reveal the mark on the side of his neck for the mark of hospitality.
Oh. Well, bingo, bango, bongo.
Do you happen to know how to tattoo a mark of finding?
No, I don't. This is the mark of hospitality.
If we can get a sketch of the mark of finding, I can try it.
I will keep that in mind.
I'm very good with my hands.
I will try very hard not to keep that in mind.
Excellent.
You definitely see Bonkin with like a giant smirk looking at Kara the second Marcus says I'm good with my hands.
Master Zachary, how much longer to Abracapothecary?
Oh, we got about 2 minutes. We'll be there in just a sec here.
He kind of sits back in his chair. This is going to be the longest 2 minutes ever.
Zachary slowly closes the little glass divider between the front and the back.
I would like to think it's like the slow shut, and then just as it finally hits, Aegis can't hold back anymore, and they just start hearing the laughter.
He must have just gotten the short joke.
Probably.
Mr.
Yeah,
Curry,
so-
you've got nothing to worry about. Mr. Marcus is quite good with his hands.
Oh yeah, I man, those fingers are probably amazing. I bet.
We're
Both
here.
of you stop
What are we
right
talking about
now.
again?
What are we talking about? Yeah, so you guys hear, you hear, we're here. Oh, and then he opens the glass.
So
Okay,
I
we're
think
here.
as like right before he says that, she's looking outside, she's starting to pull the shadows around herself. She's like, I'll walk the rest of the way, I'll teleport out of this moving car. And then he says it and she just lets them drop. So like in the back seat, the shadows are starting to deepen. She starts activating her get the fuck out of here card.
Okay, so yeah, so he pulls up. I guess I could have created something for you guys to see, but he pulls up in front of a it's actually like a almost like an outlet mall where the stores aren't it's not just storefront. They're separate buildings, but it's a mall. It's clearly meant for a shopping area. He pulls up in front of one and it says Abracapothecary on the top in magical looking font. And it's a pretty nice looking
It's
building.
papyrus, isn't it?
It is papyrus.
God damn it.
So he just sort of just parks and kind of looks around expectantly.
Right. Marcus will slide the window back open. All right, let's do this. And he will step out of the car.
This is the biggest market I've ever been in.
Hey, you've been to a mall before, haven't you? I mean,
What's a mall?
kind of like
What's a
this,
mall?
only inside.
So it's just a big market?
A
Yeah.
big market with a bunch of different vendors that all have permanent stalls
Yeah.
and have a building the
Was not
size of
expecting
probably your entire village times at least 3.
And there's a lingerie usually in there as well.
Or there's pretzels.
And there's a giant food court, yes.
I do like food.
I did want to share really quick with you guys the mark of hospitality that you would have seen when Aegis showed looks like this.
I love that.
I want to stay at that inn. Desperately. I've
So
never wanted
cozy.
anything more.
Forever would be great. Actually, I'll just, you know what? I'll even do the scrubbing.
Well, maybe Aegis knows that guy. Who knows?
It's just future Aegis.
I was gonna say, look, we got some timey-wimey shit going on here.
Is that Aegis?
50. Yeah, maybe.
Wibbly wobbly, folks. Okay, so
All right.
you walk into the store, and it's similar to kind of how the armory was. There's 2 floors. So up top here, you can see the loft portion. It looks like there are tables with candles in the center up here. There's nobody else in the store. And as you walk in, this woman there behind the counter says, "Welcome to Ebrick Apothecary. Please know everything that we sell here is real. If you are looking for trickery items, please go to Smoke and Mirrors or the Skeleton Closet." And it's like clearly very rehearsed. So she looks up and kind of waits for
where's that?
your...
Sorry, we're here for things.
She waits for your guys' reaction.
Marcus
Pleasure
says,
to meet you.
Oh, you as well.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Aegis will go ahead and walk up real quick. I am actually looking for a scroll, if you might have one.
Which scroll are you looking for?
You cut out.
No, it was just me trying to find the spell again real fast. I mean, in all reality, just a silent image type of spell would work. Really, all I need to do is be able to project my thoughts into an illusory shape.
It's only first level. Let me check my stores and see what I have.
Are you talking about Minor Illusion? I have that scroll.
Same magical prices? Yeah.
Or something more specific.
I have it. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So she actually goes to here, I'll actually drag over. So over here. Oh. Hold on, it's not letting me click on her. Yeah, I put her on the map level, that's why. So she moves over to here and starts looking through this bookshelf here. There's just binder upon binder upon binder, and they have labels down the side. She's looking. She pulls one down. She flips through a few pages, puts it back up. Give me a second. I'm just gonna roll some dice to make sure I'm keeping things fair here. Oh, you got so lucky. So high she didn't have it, low she did, and it was on 8323. So she so she pulls out another binder, starts looking through, and then she's like, "Ah, actually, I do. I have one silent image scroll."
That is amazing.
You realize that this forgive me, you realize that this casts a magic spell, right?
Aye, yes.
I'm just making sure.
Master Aegis is a grand sorcerer.
I wouldn't go that far.
And a great cook.
And a fantastic cook. Master.
He makes amazing pocket bacon.
Would you
Want
like
some?
some bacon?
Do you have something that can hold an infinite amount of pocket bacon?
I will with some time. Near infinite.
Always with the time thing. Something we don't have very much of. Always with the time.
Well, if you'd rather have it sooner, then our current agenda can get delayed.
No, I'd like to just throw my coins at it until I get what I want now.
Oh,
What-
that works as well. Would you happen to have a bag of holding?
That's what you guys
Whoa.
that's who you guys see there. That's the shopkeeper.
It's adorable.
Surprise!
Why
Startled me a little bit there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's like a
like-
doll.
So she's
Absolutely
short.
adorable.
She's short. Anybody
she
who
a
wants
gnome?
Well, go ahead and give me a oh god, I don't even know. I guess intelligence?
For her species?
Yeah, what would you do?
I would just say if she's one of the common adventuring species, you just know.
Yeah.
They're so distinct. I mean, there's a very clear difference between a halfling and a gnome.
Well, okay, so right, there is, but with the 14 ages, you can tell she's definitely part gnome, but you think she might be part something else because she's a bit more stout than typical gnomes.
Yeah.
And
One,
she's
two,
also she's a little more brooding. Like her face, like she's super cute in this picture when she's smiling. She's super cute, but when you guys first walked in and she did her spiel, she was kind of like broody. If you can imagine that with that adorable face. I just wanted to make sure you knew because, to be honest, I've had a lot of people coming through here, not realizing it really does magic and getting mad at me when magical things happen. So.
I can only imagine.
I'm Umi, by the way. I own the store.
Do I know what she is by any chance?
You can give me intelligence.
I
you
did a
already?
22.
Oh,
Yep.
22? Yeah, so you could tell, sorry, I totally missed your roll. So you could tell by the stoutness, she's part dwarf. She's part dwarf, part gnome. Yes, so, sorry about that. So, for one scroll of silent image, it will be 60 gold.
60 gold, that's outrageous. It should be at least 100.
Marcus, Josh, Marcus,
What?
you shut your mouth.
Nope.
We don't want to rob the poor woman. She's already having a bad day.
Marcus, she's gonna switch to Elven. Respectfully, no haggling.
He'll nod and he'll say in Elven, "That was our deal. Sorry. Just trying not to upset the locals."
They set their own prices.
Her face turns into the picture I shared with that. It's almost as though she understood what you were saying, but she doesn't comment on it. But her face softens quite a bit, and she looks over at Aegis and she says, "Okay, is there anything else you all need?"
I do believe my companions are interested in some other things, so
Well, then there may be a discount. Sorry, it's
Oh.
going to be possibly even less. She whispers towards Marcus.
I did good. He looks at Kira and kind of with a scornful face. See, I told you I knew what I was doing.
Because you stopped, you would have had it be more.
Touche. He switches to common. Yes. The thing I'm looking for should maybe go a little bit nearer the end, as I require needing to show you this item, and he kind of like tugs on the cloak a little bit more intimately, as you may have to delve into the history of it, and I'd maybe like to have that conversation privately, because I have a theory that I'm curious if you'd be willing to help me prove. However, Mistress Kira, the magnificent Artificia, and little Min, Murder Mittens as I call her, but don't tell her that because she doesn't like it, I believe they are potentially looking for something as well. Is that right, Mistress Kira? Oh, and Master Tempest, and he turns around and points at Tempest. He's possibly looking for maybe a gift for his date. I think we had decided tentacles were out. So maybe something.
Tempest will kind of like he'll be like fiddling with something on the desk over here, like, oh yes. Yeah, I was hoping to have a date tonight.
You have a date tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Does your date have any specific interests?
I will say this: nothing too crazy. This is the first date for them.
I see. And
Right.
The fireballs.
She likes demons. She's in the demons.
He kind of.
From an academic perspective, context.
From an academic
Demon-
perspective,
Yes.
yes.
Demonology student.
Oh, thank God.
She's a demonologist. Yes.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
a student over at the college.
Student. Okay.
Kira is her headache's so obviously back at this point.
Maybe flowers that are magical to always smell nice.
That could be nice.
Yeah.
You could also just get her flowers too. That would, in addition to whatever you find here, that would also be nice.
No, see, you can't do that, Mistress Kira, because flowers, real ones, will eventually wilt, decay, rot, die, and that's
So
the
wait.
foundation of
I
your
mean,
future
they're just-
relationship.
What about
Yeah, it's pretty and they smell nice, right? I mean, that's nice. Ladies
But-
like that.
what about a quill that never runs out of ink?
I mean, if
That could be
Yeah.
very useful for a student.
if she's like Miss Kira, then maybe she'd also like an infinite coffee cup to keep up and do work.
It's similar. Oh, well, it works similarly to a boundless mug, jar, bottle. They come in all forms now. But it's just ink instead of something to consume. Please don't have her drink the ink. She looks very concerned over at Tempest when she says that.
Oh, I don't know what she's into, but I doubt it's drinking ink. I
I'll
don't know.
make
I don't
sure
know.
no one
There's a
drinks
lot of
it.
weird people around here. People like to
Oh,
talk to
weird.
like water creatures. Some people like to drink ink. I don't know. It's a weird world we live in, right?
It's a very strange world for sure. Okay, so private conversation. You and the angry cat need something.
She's not angry.
Oh,
He looks down at Min. Does she look angry?
well, you called her
For-
murder mitten, so I.
No, I'm asking the DM. Does she
Oh,
look
does she
angry?
look angry? No, she doesn't. She looks chill as fuck.
And she has the service animal vest on. I do want to remind
Yeah, she
everyone
does.
of that. It's hilarious.
You're right. I did call her Murder Mittens. It's just that's a pet name. Not that Min is a pet. She is a companion. But you. I'm next.
Careful, Marcus.
Next.
So Kira's
Doing
going
great, buddy.
to step forward with Mid next to her. Yes, I do have a
Love
number
it.
of things that I would like to speak to you about, if possible. I dearly apologize for all of this.
Honestly, this has been a highlight.
Then I entirely retract my apology. And I am glad that we could provide some levity. Okay. First, as Marcus mentioned, somewhere in the midst of his all of that, I am known as an artificer. As such, I tend to look for components that I can use for things. I used to be able to go to the guilds for such, but that's a little different now. Do you have any components that are typically used by those creating magical items or otherwise modifying, repairing, anything like that?
I get not to insult you, but it does kind of depend on the magic item that you're creating. Sometimes creating magical items requires magical items, and sometimes it requires raw components, and sometimes it requires raw time.
Time is, of course, the one thing we are ironically in short supply of. No, the fact that you didn't look at me like I had grown a third head.
Well, my items come from somewhere. I understand that they have to be created.
Delightful. Well, we can't necessarily spare the time for me to try and create a bag of holding. Do you happen to have one fully completed in stock?
I thought you said you were already creating one.
I am, but you don't want to spend the time. She turns over her head, turns her head over her shoulder, speaks in Elven.
Marcus will say
You
in
just-
common. He'll say in common. He'll put his hand up and he'll go, "The bag of holding was for you. That has nothing to do with me. I carry my own shit. You don't.
You wanted,
I don't want to wait on my items."
and Tempest wants a spot for infinite bacon. She switches back to common, and all of the other things that we
I think
end up
we all
getting.
want that, really.
He switches over to Elvin again. That's fair, but don't put me in that bag of holding because I don't intend to have anything in there. All
I
of my
would.
money's in the bank.
I have no intention of putting you inside the bag of holding. There's only a limited amount of atmosphere.
I'm
He switches
clearing
over
my
to
throat
common again.
to stop. No, it's the shopkeeper. She says,
Oh.
I'm clearing my throat to stop you two.
Sorry, it's been a very long morning.
They do fight like this quite often.
He switches to undercommon and he just says, "Look, I'm sorry. I sometimes get a little bit ahead of myself and he excuse me, switches to common. Sometimes I get that undertongue thing going when I get hyped up. Been a long day. Been a long couple of days. Yesterday was a very long day. I felt like it was
Felt like it was like 3 months.
That was like months worth of my time. It was wild. Sorry. Yes, I'm not trying to undermine her capability as an artificer.
Understood. She'll look
It's
over at Kira. I didn't take it that way.
It's
No, I
strange they're not married yet, I know. They fight like it.
She started to say something and just cuts off, just like, wait, what? And just turns and fully looks at Buck and just like, wait, hang on, where did that come from?
Yeah, Marcus is gonna also give him the side eye like, what the fuck?
Umi takes something out. There's a drawer on like the desk she's standing next to. She opens the drawer. She takes out this pair of glasses and sets them down and just pats them on the desk. Closes the drawer. You may want to consider these.
What are those?
Wait a minute, we're not gonna talk about this marriage thing?
We can talk about that
Well,
later.
you're not
What are
married,
those?
right?
Okay, no, we're not.
These are-
Yeah.
Can I peer at them and see if I can figure out what they are before
Yeah,
she
sure.
tells me what they are? Cool. Arcana?
Yeah, Arcana. Oh yeah. So as you're looking at it, you see this kind of pink magic, not like Marcus's, but you see a kind of like pink magic, more Arcana, glint over them as you move them in the sun. Between that and the runes that you can see inscribed around the it's gold frames and then like blue lenses in the middle. You're pretty sure that they are well, you're clearly they're magical because you're in a magic shop, but you're pretty sure that they are either have to do with night vision or they have to do with charming.
Do they have a tag on them?
They don't.
Okay.
None of the items in the shop have tags, just for the record.
Okay. Well, these could be one of two things or something that I'm completely unfamiliar with. What are they?
She kind of smiles sweetly across at you.
Yeah, it's those. Okay, it's the second one.
Eyes of Charming. Yes, maybe that would lessen the fights.
I don't. The fights don't cause any difficulty.
Oh. Okay.
Because those
Thank you.
help make things faster.
Eyes of Charming, you say?
I do.
I'm gonna just look at Tempest and quickly like slide them back over. Take them.
So I do have a bag of holding that's completed, and depending on what you buy, the more items that you buy, depending on the price, we do give a discount. So if you were to purchase multiple items today, you wouldn't get it at the full cost of 4,000 gold. It would be less than 4,000 gold.
Well, on my immediate list, I would be most likely looking for maybe a bag of holding, something for.
Ask about the tattoo. Finish the bag of holding. Complete the project. Do it. It's already half made. Isn't it?
I just need to apply. I need to distill the ooze, and it should be enough to create the extra planar space.
Done. Then commit to it. Don't give up on it.
Do you have distilled ooze?
I have ooze, but I haven't had the time to distill it.
I was actually asking the shopkeep.
Oh, well, sorry.
She'll slide the glasses closer to Tempest. I don't actually have that component. Ooze is quite difficult to. Don't use those. Ooze is quite difficult to obtain as they aren't very common in this area. Once in a while they do pop up, but.
Well, thankfully we've killed a few of them. We have what we need from them.
Excellent.
Alright, listen. If everybody's on the same page, as soon as we deal with this rogue illithid pod in the next, 4 hours, then we go home and we just rest for a little while and let Mistress Kira finish this project. Yes?
The rogue illithid pod?
Don't worry about that. You didn't hear anything.
Well-
So,
He's gonna slide over a card. We should be of a group, just to clarify.
Oh,
ooh,
that
walking
actually.
with the first business.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She looks down at the business card and she says, actually, supergroups do get a discount on top of our discount. So this is.
We should have led with that.
Oh, that's lucky. That's nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I can't do what you do, so I would love to help however I can, but still make a living.
You're a magician, right?
I am.
You can do what we do. You just have to have the heart for it.
I think that might be what I'm lacking.
We also teleported like 900 years into the future, so... Hello!
So, do you happen to have... She's just gonna cut in with all of her massive social
Fine, we
graces.
got a private
Do you happen
conversation
to have
coming
anything
up.
for, memory restoration or anything like that? A enchanted dream catcher? Things of that nature?
Enchanted dream catcher.
I'm more interested in the memory restoration side of things, but if I could capture and analyze a dream or thought, that would also work.
Why didn't you
Possibly.
tell us about this before? I could have Sundamar consume your dreams and nightmares, and he can just feed them back to you in real time.
Marcus.
What?
Because I don't want them consumed. They've already been partially consumed from what I can
Wait,
tell.
do you mean like he would like puke it back
Hey,
into her head?
Tempest,
Is that what you're saying?
Marcus just whispers.
You cut out, you just...
Another time.
There we go.
We'll talk about this back in the car.
Alright, sorry.
So,
Yeah, all right.
I don't have one on hand, but I do know someone who could make one. And that's all they do. So time isn't a factor. It's not an issue. If you'd like, I could get them working on that, and we would just do half now and half when it's completed.
Depending on the cost and efficacy of it, that would be potentially very helpful. Do you know if they also would happen to do enchanted tattoos?
Her eyes narrow a little bit.
Dragon marks.
Which in specific?
Show her
Finding?
the goggles. She might be able to help you with that.
She says finding first before she pulls out the goggles, just to see if there's recognition with that. But she
Yeah,
does.
she
Her
would-
hand does go to the bag to pull
She
it
would
out if
nod,
needed.
yeah. And then when Marcus says show her the goggles, actually, hold on.
Yep, she'll take out the goggles of finding.
So she
Sorry,
takes out-
finder's goggles.
The
My
finder's
bad.
goggles, yeah. So she takes out, it's like a jeweler's thing, but you guys can see it clearly as the lens is like glowing a blue, and she'll take a look at it and she'll say, where did you? Well, you don't have to answer that. That's none of my business.
Vampire.
Like most things, it's a long story. Marcus?
Sorry, must be some of that zone of truth still stuck on me. I apologize.
Oh, you are. a super
It's
gr-
been a morning. Yes.
That was all this morning. Vampires were Illithid's zone of truth.
No, that was like the last 3 days.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
third
see how
bit was
fun it's
this
been.
morning.
It has been like 3 or 4 days for all of that shit.
Okay. You all need coffee. Okay.
Actually,
Have
she's
that.
got an infinite one.
She just holds up the she slips the Yeti out of her
Oh, yes. Beautiful
There
item.
might be too much coffee in our world, probably, at this point now.
She actually points over to her on her desk. There's a similar looking Yeti. Okay. Well, okay. So we can work on the Dreamcatcher. As far as the item goes, I do not. We specialize in I'm sorry. As far as the tattoos go, we specialize in items. We don't specialize in tattoos. However, there is a tattoo parlor here in town that I know can do magically infused tattoos. I don't know if they'll know how to do the actually correct one. Are you familiar with how all of that works?
the various modifications and variations and the ones that actually yes, I've done some reading on it. Bunkin, is the place that she's about to tell us the place that you went to?
Let me just look. Let me try and remember.
While he's consulting his memory, how much would this Dreamcatcher cost?
So the Dreamcatcher, well, and she'll pull out A calculator. It's nothing fancy. It's literally just a calculator.
Please tell me it's at least
You cut out. It's at
like
least
a
what?
little smaller than the TI-85s or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Please tell me it's like a normal calculator.
It's a normal one that just has like the. It's like an accountant's one that has the little thing that. Like,
Okay,
sits
good.
Up. Yeah.
I was worried she was about to pull out a school calculator and I was gonna laugh.
No.
I can't remember the place's name. Mr.
That's-
Zachary took me there while you guys visited Mr. Marcus's uncle, one of his family.
No. He's my great
Descendant.
Master Bonkin. You know the name of the tattoo artist, though, don't you?
Yeah, his name is Mr. Brent Oxtracer. He's one of the many that were there.
I'm sure if he's there, you would know him.
Was that
And I can
over?
always-
Was that at Ink again?
I think so. I can't remember the name. Mr. Zachary took me there.
Ink again was. They do have some that can magically infuse. If not them, then Breath of Ink would be the other suggestion I would make.
She'll nod. She'll tap that into her phone as a note. The other thing to consider for the Dreamcatcher is I don't dream traditionally, so that is something that will have to be considered.
So you would need to sleep.
Or otherwise capture a wayward thought during meditation rather than true sleep.
Yes, but your people don't sleep by normal means. Do you happen to sell any poisons that might be able to put her to sleep?
Poisons.
Concoctions, potions, so long as it's not magical in nature?
I kind of doubt she might, being a legitimate business. like
She's
she
gonna-
seems to have. I doubt she has poisons.
Marcus narrows his eyes at her.
Well, we are called apothecary.
Mm.
We have potions. We do not have poisons. We do not have poisons.
Insight
Marcus
check.
do that?
Yeah, Marcus is like,
Okay, if anybody who wants to insight check, go ahead.
no, I'm gonna insight check the fuck out of
Okay.
her.
Oh no, Aegis just gives like the very understanding kind of nod.
Oh shit!
Wow, we're ready.
Everyone's like, yeah, okay, bitch. Alright, yeah, you said it like that.
The entire party just winks in unison, bonking a hair slower.
It took him like a
She-
second to he sees everyone else do it and
She,
Oh yeah. Ah.
She unlocks her phone, and Kira, you would recognize her go into like the app, like the similar camera app that you had hacked into, and she hits the big red stop button. Okay, so we might have some poisons.
I told you she had poison, Master Aegis.
We should keep this conversation as short as possible so there's not discrepancy in her feed.
I don't know what that means,
Agreed.
but let's go.
Okay, so we do have
Sleep poison.
we can just call it sleep poison, sure. Do you,
Sure. Not sleep forever poison.
not sleep forever. Poison.
Okay. Yeah, big difference between those two.
Sleep temporarily poison. And I can't
Something
guarantee
that
that it
doesn't
won't.
have a magical undertone.
Correct, and I don't know if it will be. I don't know if it will be a dreamless sleep or not. I've never taken it myself.
Was it distilled by an actual apothecary or alchemist, or was it distilled by the drow?
It was not distilled by the drow.
Well, then yeah. Fuck. Can I see it?
Yes, you may. And
I'd
she
like to just smell it.
steps up. She goes up the stairs here. You guys can hear her.
When she steps away, especially since I know the recording's off, we might actually be able to manufacture or reverse engineer some drow poison from the samples that were taken from the vampire den. And we still have some essence of rock that we could probably consider using.
Oh. Well. Fuck.
I didn't take any
It is
samples, but we
something.
could probably go back and acquire some.
Yes, as along with some other nasty. Sunshine.
What?
What? What?
It's off. She'll like motion to the camera.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought we were hiding
Oh,
the conversation from you. Sorry.
Oh. Should I
No,
go back upstairs?
no, you are perfectly fine. What were you able to find?
Excellent. So she'll she has two small vials, and it actually looks more like a potion than a poison, but it's kind of a dark purple swirling with a not a light blue color, but a blue light almost on the inside, just sort of swirling around. And she says, "This is pure essence of nightshade." She'll hand it over so you can smell it. Don't smell too hard.
Nah, trust me, I'm okay. Pop the cork on it, and
Give me a nature check.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Constitution.
Oh, that's coming next. Hold
Same.
on.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh, this is.
I knew that was coming next.
18 on the nature.
Okay,
check.
Constitution.
Constitution what?
Saving throw.
Saving throw? Alright, I'm good at those.
Why would you say that before you roll?
21,
Okay, yeah.
Baby. Trust me, I'm good at these.
Perfect.
Look, there are things I am not good at, and I will admit that.
+5. That's a good.
That's a good.
bonus,
That's a good.
Yeah,
bonus.
fair, that is good.
I've been beefing that bad boy up. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, he just.
And Marcus, with your travels and everything in the past, you can confirm that is nightshade. It smells like nothing but nightshade. There's nothing mixed in with it. There's nothing mixed in with it at all. And it starts as you as you sniff it. It does try to take hold. You feel and you can feel your whole body. You don't feel like you're gonna pass out, but your whole body relaxes. It's almost like smelling your favorite incense, like what Dragon's Blood used to do to us during the rituals at Nero, where your whole body just relaxes. And you're confident. She's not lying.
Alright. Would I know, with this being pure essence of nightshade, that it has no magical undertone to it, that it is purely a solvent distilled from a natural source and will override an elven descendant's immunity to sleep?
Yeah, with the 18 nature, yes, you know for a fact that that will put Kira to sleep. That's probably one of the only things that'll put Kira to sleep. But because there's no magical infusion whatsoever, and you would have seen nightshade at some point, Kira, you would have as well. You know that it does have that sort of blue, luminescent center to it, and it's almost like it's nectar that would be floating around there.
Okay, so Marcus you guys will see his legs actually like physically buckle, and he drops and he bounces his chin off of the fucking counter, and he stands up. Oh, God.
I'm guessing that's definitely the real deal then.
That's yeah.
Wow. This doesn't matter what we need for pricing. I'm not allowed to do the bargaining, but we'll take it. She needs this.
I'll take it.
Why don't we get it after the Dreamcatcher then?
How much?
Oh, for this.
He's gonna put the cork back on, and you see his hand is like shaking as he's putting the cork back on. He's like,
So this is obviously a little difficult to get. So we typically would charge 325 gold, but since you're buying other things along with it, I can bring it down to 275.
done.
Okay.
Aegis will go ahead and put his card up there.
Okay.
Actually, are we gonna pay for this, or are we done? Because I
For
Would
this
like-
one now, so that way she can turn on her cameras again.
Yes, this can't be included with the other items.
Oh, okay.
That's very smart, Master Aegis. Shit, I feel like it's about time for me to do my push-ups.
Why don't you give some? Why don't you get some of Kira's coffee there? Just take a nice big old swig, right?
Kira's gonna hesitate for a second, and then she'll. Do you want coffee or an energy drink?
I want the energy drink, please.
I'm assuming there's. I'm just gonna crack a monster and hand it over.
And Marcus just pounds it like a fucking frat boy.
Here, you're not used to. Oh boy.
So Aegis, you'll see her. She actually takes her phone. There's a register right there. There's a register right there. Sorry, the can crash on the head is amazing. But she doesn't use the register. She takes her phone, she takes out a square and plugs it into her phone, swipes your card on that, hands you the card, hands the potion to Kira. Well, actually, she hands it to Aegis since he paid for it. And then once it's out of sight, she'll turn the cameras back on.
You said that was 275, correct?
275.
Aegis is pocketing the potion. That's terrifying.
She handed it to him. Aegis didn't say he was pocketing it.
Probably the least terrifying person to have that potion, to be
he
honest.
cooks.
Yeah,
He
he'll
makes our
be.
food.
Yeah, no, he will be handing it to Kira.
Okay. Kira's going to. She'll take it. She's gonna kind of look at Marcus, look at Aegis, and just, oh, okay. And then she'll put it in a very carefully protected pouch. This is where the super fragile explosive stuff goes.
And as the exchange completes, she would look over at Aegis and give a nice a nice nod and a smile.
Thank you, Aegis, and thank you. Looks to Umi.
She says, "For what?" And then hits the start button on her phone, and the camera's. Boop.
If Marcus goes to say something, I'm elbowing him.
He would go, and as he gets the elbow inside, he go. So, my turn.
Oh, yes. You said private conversation?
Brief. It will be very brief, I promise you.
Okay, let's head upstairs to the chairs.
Are you okay, Mr. Marcus?
Wonderful. That thing. That's why they call it monster. Juices of monsters from days of old. And he just runs up the stairs.
Oh, do you drink the ichor? As he goes upstairs.
I like the idea of him just going, days of monsters, days of... And it just gets like quieter and quieter.
As he's going up the stairs, yeah. And you guys...
Man, his heart is skipping so many beats right now.
Surprisingly, you can't really... Bonkin's actually right. You really can't hear anything once they get up to the loft, which is kind of weird because usually when you have something that looks down like that, everything echoes. But clearly something's different with this building. So she's upstairs with Marcus at this point, and you guys can roam knowing that the cameras are on and this is a good people campaign. Okay, so she'll look at Marcus.
So
It
question,
was a good people.
It was. Listen, you started selling us poisons. Now shit turns different. Does the energy drink actually hit him as hard as it would if I chugged it? Or is
It feels a little bit dumbed down. You can do a Constitution. You can compete against your own Constitution saving throw to see which one is more effective. Oh, right.
Your heart is racing, but you're still tired.
Yeah. I'm going to accept the 11. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're chill right now. You're in a pretty chill place actually, which is weird because you've had the energy drink.
The heart is
before.
racing a little bit. And
Yeah.
It's starting. The anxiety might be setting in. Okay.
Yeah.
So when he gets up there, he's not going to sit down. He is going to kind of glance back at the stairs, and he's going to pull the cloak off, and he's just going to kind of set it on the table.
She'll immediately take out the little thing and start looking. Oh.
So he is going to stay dead silent, and I'm going to immediately press into her mind.
Okay.
And he's going to say, once he's in there, there is no need to fear what you are hearing right now. My name is Marcus Cunha. I am the 9th son, and as far as this conversation is concerned, that's all you need to know about who I am. I come from a time, a very long, long, long time ago, and I am here for good, I promise you that. I have recently become capable of reaching into a network of companions, friends, illithids, that allow me to utilize a force and a form of psychic energy to do my bidding so that my destiny can be fulfilled, and so that I can eventually return to my time, find the next 9th son, train him, and allow him to eat the second cushion in between the vertebrae that it connects the spine and my actual brain so that he may absorb all of my power and thus continue the lineage of my people. In finding the network open to me, which is the network I'm speaking to you in, requires a lot of mental prowess. And though I possess quite a deal of it, I would like to make you a trade. I know, I'm guessing anyways, by the intentness of your ogling with that little bubble that you have there, that you probably know exactly what this item is, and know and understand that not only are they quite rare, but they are quite difficult to make. In my time, there were items that could increase the vastness of one's intellectual capabilities, and they were pretty easy to find because every wizard and their mother needed one or wanted one anyways. Is there any chance that you happen to have an item, potentially headband, ring, necklace, cape? I don't give a shit what it is, to be honest with you, but that performs that same incantation through its magic to allow my network to open to even more channels. In return, I'd be willing to offer you this cloak, if you're interested. If you're not interested, I do have a great sum of money that I have absolutely no interest in. And then I will keep the cloak and go about my business. Oh, by the way, you can answer in your head or out loud. I can hear it either way.
So she will answer telepathically, and she'll say, just to make sure I understand what you're looking for. You're seeking an item, potentially a circlet.
Doesn't matter what it is. I can have it fashioned any way I want it, but if it comes in ring form, boots, underwear, tattoo, fake eye, tear my left one out, I don't need it. It's getting hazy anyways. You can take teeth, it doesn't matter to me, bone structure, whatever you need in order to provide me with this enchantment that opens my intellectual pathways, yes. Now, in my days, it was typically a headband.
Mm-hmm. I think I know the item you're speaking of. One moment. And she'll, she has her phone on her, so she opens an app on her phone and she starts scrolling. Hold on 1 second. So she stops and she goes, interesting. Well, I do have a headband of intellect.
Oh. Well, fancy that.
It is quite pricey, that's why I still have it.
I figured that was probably the case, but that's why I come to you with a very rare offer and a very rare trade. If you're interested, if you don't think you can flip this cloak, I'll happily take it and you tell me your price. And I don't expect you to give me the price of the supergroup discount. I wouldn't stand for that if it's really that valuable to you. I'll pay you full price, and then some. Trust me, I'm great at haggling.
Think on this. I have to say, the Cape of the Mountebank looks quite good on you.
Fine. How does 5,000 gold pieces sound? 5,500.
Stop.
Hold on. I can see that you are a very ambitious haggler, but with... You said that you're going to deal with the group of illithids.
Oh, literally in the next 20 minutes or so, unless this takes longer. We can't have them roaming around the city, doing what they're doing. I'm here to keep the peace, and they are here to destroy it. And thus, they must die.
I tend to agree with you. why don't we typically this don't say done. Don't agree to what I'm about to say because I have more.
6,000 gold pieces. I'll take it right now off your hands.
It typically goes for 8,000. Don't say done. But what I'd like to do, because what you're doing is only going to help me. My business has suffered because this location where these illithids supposedly are is pretty nearby, which means nobody wants to be in the area. I don't know if you noticed, but it's kind of dead for being a market. I will happily either trade for the cloak.
Done.
Done.
He pushes the cape. He pushes the cloak over.
Okay.
Doesn't say another word.
She says, and still telepathically, she says, all magic items are downstairs. Up here is for tarot readings and potion tastings. But we can go downstairs, and as long as you're okay with your group knowing that you've made the trade, I will be more than happy to obtain the item for you.
No. I'd like you to go downstairs and bring it up to me in a box.
Okay. She steps away, goes downstairs.
And as she's doing that, Marcus kind of puts his hand on the cloak, and he pulls it up, and he just takes one more final, like, deep breath of it, and kind of goes and reminisces about the days when his people were still in Avernus and not in the Prime Material, and then he kind of sets it down. Actually, he'll fold it kind of ceremoniously, almost like a flag folding, just really ceremoniously. It's a cape, not a cloak, so it doesn't have a hood, so he'll pull the collar kind of up and around it, and the tie he'll use to fashion the whole thing into like a little package and just kind of set it down on her side.
When she comes back, she kind of looks and oops, I almost moved Marcus. She looks and sees that you like moved things around, like nicely moved things around, and she'll say, "And I'll tell you what. If you want to pay me 4,000 gold, I'll let you keep the cloak because I could see it being useful, and I need them dead."
Hang on, let me do some math.
Okay.
Let Kevin do some math because Marcus would be running the numbers.
Mhm.
Marcus kind of like looks at the cloak again, and then he starts to think about the things that he knows he's going to need to actually spend money on, and he knows that he is going to owe money for the flails. I'll tell you what. Keep the offer on the table for me, and if you happen to sell that cape, so be it. Make full profit from it.
Want to rent it?
I'm not allowed to make that decision.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what. He kind of grabs the cloak and pulls it towards him. Okay.
Is he hiding at all the the sentimental bit?
No, it's dripping. He's incapable of hiding something like that.
Yes, that's what I figured.
It's pained.
Because with her in your mind and the insight that I rolled, she's picking up what you're
Yeah,
doing.
no, there's no hiding it. So he will take the cloak, pull it towards him again, and kind of look at it, and he kind of fucks with the clasp, and he goes, all right, well, it doesn't take up space in my mind, so... But you said you wanted 8 for it.
No,
For the headbands.
typically it goes for 8.
You wanted 8 for the headband.
Correct,
But if
the
you
headband.
wanted to allow me to take it for 4, which is essentially what it would wind up costing, that's a 50% discount. That means that you're losing money on it.
But I'm losing money every day.
Okay. God damn you. He weighs that option, and he says, he'll stand up out of the chair, and he'll kind of unclasp the cloak. He'll flip it around and he'll tie it back on and say, 4,000. Done. And you can just assume that everything will be back to normal within the next 24 hours.
And if that happens, there will be an Oath Bearers discount, not just a supergroup discount.
He smiles and he says, out loud in common, he'll say, better than the Alpha League discount.
A smirk creeps across her face. I'll make it happen.
Wonderful. And he'll flip open his little visor portion, and he'll figure out, however they do the transfer of 4,000 gold, and I will remove that from my inventory.
She slides the cape back over towards you. It looks better on you than it would on my mannequin anyway.
Okay, yeah, so what he's going to do, by the way, Candace, is the headband, he's going to take his visor off, and he is going to try to affix it to the interior of the visor so that it's not clearly visible. He's just going to, like, I don't know if there's latches or twist ties or something in there. If not, he's just going to just try to fucking press it into it.
You'd be able to, because it's, it's a circlet. It's kind of like, if you just imagine, like, our daughter's headbands, the metal that's made of,
Yeah.
it's pliable, so you're able to sort of press it into
So
where...
better than that, then, since it's not, I haven't officially found a way to do it, he'll put it on and he'll set the headset over it, and until further notice, it's staying on.
Okay, noted.
Okay, so he'll just throw his hand out,
And she'll shake, yeah.
and he'll take it, and he kind of shakes her hand and goes, "You've got an awfully strong hand for a gnome. Let's go," and turns around and just begins to move towards the stairs.
Did you break the mental connection?
Yeah, he would have left immediately. As soon as the transaction was done, he wouldn't have stayed in any longer. Oh, fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God, where did I go?
I'm lost.
Okay, so Marcus comes back downstairs, and he kind of looks around at the group. Right, well, that answers that. We, my friends, need to kill some illithids.
She
Oh,
just...
wait, do we need to pay for
First-
something else?
We need to pay for things. Yeah.
Hey, we still have things,
You cut out
and
again.
I'm still looking for a couple of possibilities.
Okay, so let's see what I can do here for you. So you're looking for... So I know you sent me a list, Aegis. I'm assuming you would just kind of tell her what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do some rolling. And then Tempest, I know that you said you were looking for a bargain bin of wands, which I love and I wish I would have incorporated. But they're kind of displayed like a collection of spoons up on the wall in various like wooden boxes.
And Candace, just so you're aware, I sent her, it was 3,000 gold and 100 platinum.
Got it.
So.
Thank you. I know. I wanted to be fair, but not totally rob you. But I didn't want you to totally lose out.
I would have given her every
I know.
fucking penny. And honestly, being paid for that was even more than I would have charged for it, so that was fine.
Good. Let's see. Dragons. Okay, so as far as your, did you Aegis would have said it out loud, right? He's not keeping anything from the group as far as we're
Yeah,
concerned?
no.
Okay. Just so that way
he
she
just
doesn't
would have
blurt it
made
out.
sure that the first two were said specifically.
Okay, so the two that you said being priority.
Yeah,
Okay.
the two priority ones being the first two specifically.
So we do have one scroll of Mordenkainen's private sanctum, just one. That's all I've ever had, so I don't know when I'll get another.
That's fair.
It's rare. It typically, so I can. Do you want me to give you a price? Are you all going to pay
Aye.
together at the end? Okay. So I can give you a price at the end and just keep track of it, or I can give you individual prices. But
That one in particular, how much would that one be?
so typically it would go for 640 gold, but I can take it down
Well, that's
to.
not the problem.
Okay,
That's
well, with a discount though, I can take it down to 600.
that's
I'm sorry, what was this
reasonable.
It's a scroll.
It will be
my
helpful
apologies.
for me
Yes,
later.
no, please, whatever you need, you do trust me. Your
Well-
laundry list is yours.
And you see Aegis after he says that, he starts looking up and around. He's like, Actually, I'm trying to remember now. How big does that become? Long story short, I might be buying us a house scroll.
For when-
And how much would you bring it down if I traded this? And he'll go ahead and reach up and hand the scroll of fear.
Oh, the scroll of fear.
Yep.
If I may interject, Master Aegis, what about these? And Marcus will swing the backpack around and pull out the black pearl and the large blue spinel. We technically still have these as group treasure from our last escapade. Are you interested in gem trading? I'm sure they have monetary value.
They do have monetary value. However, I don't think I'd be able to do you justice on these. I don't know if you've met with her yet, but there is a woman who owns a jewelry store named Elaine Becker.
Oh, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
She
Alright.
would be the better one to speak to, only because I don't know their true value and I don't want to rip you off, I believe is what the phrase was used earlier.
We could do maybe 20 gold apiece? Oh, shit, sorry. I'm
Kira doesn't
sorry.
even say anything. She just looks over and like narrows her eyes.
If you wanted to trade that scroll, I'd be happy to give you 380 gold for it, which would bring your total down to 860 from 1240. Oh wait, that's without the discount though. Hold on. So 791 gold for all of those scrolls.
Is that acceptable, Master Aegis? Because I may have one more trick up my sleeve.
No, that's definitely acceptable.
Oh, thank the gods, because the next trick was trash the shop. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't have trashed the shop. I'm not allowed to execute or destroy things or haggle.
Just making sure you said 791.
791. Yep.
Cool.
And that would be for all of the scrolls that you just asked for.
Okay. Now, does that include the minor image?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a really good point of integrity there, because you could have walked away with that scroll for free otherwise.
Well then, has that concluded our business? Is it time for us to hunt some illithids? Master Bonkin needs something?
Actually,
Tempest?
yeah. Oh, I guess
Yes.
we can let Mr. Tempest go first.
Yes, I do. I was looking over here at your lovely wand section, and I do want to buy that quill of never-ending ink.
Okay.
So I actually sent you a list of a few things in Discord, Candace.
Oh, yes, you did.
I included
Okay.
links.
Yes, you did. All right, hold on one second.
Two of them are absolutely inconsequential. The third one is like a little bit more.
Yeah,
involved.
I saw that first one, and I was like, oh, of course. Hold on one second.
Are you tempesting the shopping trip?
Yeah. I'm really looking for like a grease wand or something like that, but that's not a thing.
Or is it? Anything's possible.
Or is it? The closest thing I found actually was a wand of what is called viscid globs.
Oh, no, I won't sell that to you.
I want it. I want to
No.
rig Min with it.
No.
That's a wand of hairball.
Hell.
Gross.
Useful though.
Please, can we get a wand of hairball that is just equipped into the back of Min's neck?
So
Well, okay.
disgusting.
I have a whole list of things I want to do to Min.
It takes at least 3 attempts before she can finally shoot it.
Oh, God, that's so
Causes
gross.
sickness at anyone
Yeah.
within range
You have
unless
to
they
use-
succeed at a save.
You have to use your action, your bonus action, and then your reaction. Your reaction is the thing
Yep.
that actually makes it go off.
Yep. I think we're onto something here.
I hate it so much.
You actually are. It's a full turn action.
Worth it.
All right, so you are looking for. I see. She'll go over to the like spoon wall with the wands up there, and she'll pull down 3 of them. So this one, the wand of conducting, I could sell it to you for 533 gold with the discount. The
533 is the discount, or
that includes the discount, yes.
okay.
The wand of smiles I can sell to you for 15 gold with the discount.
Done.
And you might not be as ready to say done with this one. It's an excellent wand. Typically, this would go for anywhere between 12 and 16,000 gold
Holy shit.
for the wand of paralysis. It is a really excellent item, and I know what you're going to do, though.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of gold on me, unfortunately. But yes, I will absolutely take the conducting and the smiles. I feel like smiles would really work for everyone.
Well,
I
yes.
agree with you.
Smiles, that's great. I'm trying to think of another solution for the wand of paralysis. That would be quite a big hit to take. Yeah. That's why it's
Anything that
cost so much.
shoots grease
Am I
blobs?
over? Am I overhearing this at all?
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's kind of just standing around, down on the first floor, you can hear everything going on the first floor. It was just the stuff in the loft that you couldn't hear.
Would this potentially help a little? And he'll kind of be a little reluctant because he knows how powerful it is, but he will hold up the scroll of arcane gate.
I mean, that's a get out of death free card right there.
We have other ways.
Let me see. This is impressive, but unfortunately, just based on the market, wouldn't put too much of a dent in that. This is worth about 2,500, between 2,000 and 2,500 gold. I would suggest maybe hang on to it in case you find yourself in a pickle.
Yeah,
That was
I
going to
agree.
be the
Thanks,
plan.
Aegis. I do appreciate that, but that's not necessary. I think we could probably go without the wand of paralysis for now. Maybe when we have the coin, we'll come back and work on that later, I suppose.
What would be our discounted price on the Wand of Paralysis that Master Tempest has taken a fancy in?
For the discounted price would be.
He stops and he puts a hand up and he says, "What would the future Oath Bearer's discount be?"
I see. The future discount would bring it down from 16,000 to 13,000.
Now that's more doable. Master Tempest, take note of that. Master Aegis, we know we have a ace in the hole as far as your item is concerned, just in case. I have a couple tricks up my sleeve, and we have plenty of coin to go around, so maybe we can work our way towards that if that's something that you're truly interested in, Master Tempest.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I do appreciate that, and yeah, we'll keep it on. We can maybe set that aside, kind of like put it with all the other little, kind of behind the shittier ones, if you could, and then we'll come back for it later.
I understand. We'll put it on hold for now. All of the customers, and she's like looking at nobody behind you guys. All of the customers might be disappointed, but I think we can make do. And just to be clear, what Marcus, right?
The Ninth Son.
The Ninth Son. What the Ninth Son was referring to was you taking out this rogue group of illithids is only going to assist me. They are nearby enough that many people are not interested in shopping at this market, which means that my business has suffered. If you are able to restore business to my business, I will give you a better discount than Alpha.
Psionic Terra.
Okay.
I told you.
Oh, that's a
Affects all
shame.
of us.
I'm impressed you stayed in business then, as long as you have them.
It's only because I own the building. I'm not renting it. Some others were not as lucky. Were you going to be buying the Wand of Conducting as well?
Yes, I'll
Okay.
take the smiles, the conducting, and the inkwell, please.
Okay, so for all of that, it's 548. 548
Five.
gold.
548, done and done.
Master Bonkin, weren't you looking for a pair of magical gauntlets or something to amp up your duck and weave game?
Yeah, I was maybe thinking, do you have something that would make me, I guess, a bit out of date? I don't think I can wear gauntlets, because he's going to point down to, like, his like, probably roll up his sleeve to point out his, like, ogre gauntlets.
Oh, that's right. I
Mhm.
forgot he's got-
Right, but
Holy shit.
Maybe
Is that
something
the first
else.
time we've seen those?
No,
I've showed them to you
you
before.
told
You've
Marcus
seen them,
specifically
yeah.
about that. Okay, he's not surprised. I take that back.
Well, let me see what I have.
Is that inkwell an actual item, or is that just
It's so you can put it in as you can just put in a custom item. Just do
just gonna drop an ink pen or something like that, right?
Yeah,
And
just do
put
like a
note on it?
quill of boundless ink.
Honestly, though, that is an amazing fucking item.
That is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at what's gonna be.
Because like that's something where I feel like a wizard came up with it, and then another wizard later is like, okay, now we need to try to take this and turn it into magical ink.
Out there.
That way we
I
can
have
use it for our
something for it
spell
for
books
later.
and not have to
Yeah.
and not have to worry about that component anymore.
I
Yeah.
also like the idea that I was a student at like a magic university going, oh fuck, I
Yeah.
have to write an exam, but my pen's almost out of ink. Aha!
I have to do something.
No,
Exactly.
I know. So
I knew you were right. That's why I was
So-
not trying to push it. I was thinking about the gauntlets and I forgot.
yeah. So she takes out her phone and she's like scrolling through a list of things. So you're looking to be tougher to hit?
Something like that. Or if you have something, I guess, to make me it a bit harder, that doesn't revolve around taking off me gloves of garnish, I guess.
She keeps looking. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got anything like that. But again, I can keep my eyes out. I'm already looking for a couple of things, including the dream catcher. If I hear of anything come through, I'll be sure to let you know. Let me just take one more look. Maybe a potion or two? Would that be useful to you?
I guess. What do they do?
Well, there are potions that can, not that you aren't large enough, but potions that can give you the strength of a giant.
Aren't you part giant already, Master Bonkin?
I think so. On my mom's side, I think there's some giant in there. At least that's what she said. Yes, I snuck in a she said joke.
Suck it. If you wanted, if you'd be interested in that, I do have 3 of those, and I could sell them to you discounted at 100 gold each.
Alright, I don't mind if you guys don't mind me getting it.
Did she say 100 gold?
100 gold each with the discount. It's 100 gold each for
For potions of
giant strength.
holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
Damn it.
giant?
A hill giant. That's a great question.
Fuck.
Damn
There
it.
are different
How
kinds.
many of those do you have?
3.
Kind of looks at
For
Bonkin.
how much?
100 gold each is the discount that I will give you. I'm giving you the.
You buy every one of those you possibly can. That's ridiculous. That's a wonderful price.
I'm giving you
I
the
was
oath
about to
bearers.
say that. Sounds like a very good deal.
I will cut the gold out of my veins right now, Master Bonkin, if you choose not to take them.
Alright. He's gonna like
He
very
just
concerned at
already has
Marcus.
his card up there.
He's like immediately going to the goal.
Okay, so who's paying?
He
Okay.
I'm
just
not gonna-
already
no.
was putting the card up there.
All right.
Like,
No,
do you take
mistakes.
MS?
Mr. Aegis is alright, you bought your stuff. I can buy mine. And he's gonna just reach into a pouch. It's just coins.
That's what I was about to ask. Okay, cool. And when you do that, like a grin creeps across her face, and she goes, "Oh, I'm so glad I had something to sell to you. Nobody ever carries coin anymore." And she'll just like very excitedly accept the coin.
I guess speaking of giants, do you have anything to make me, I guess, bigger sometimes? Because sometimes I feel like enemies, some of the things we fight just outsize even me. Like, remember that golden statue,
Barely
Mr.
fits
Marcus?
through doorways now.
That's what I was thinking, Master Tempest. How fucking big do you need to be, Master Bonkin?
Remember that giant golden statue of the golden commander that was even bigger than I was?
I do remember that, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to permanently be bigger, but maybe like sometimes it lets me get bigger or something like that.
Marcus looks and says, do you have any potions of enlarge person? Scrolls of enlarge person? If you have scrolls, I'll buy them and perform the incantation myself if need be. We'll call it, he puts a hand up, go big or go home special, Master Bonkin. What do you think of that?
Yes.
That sounds like a great name, Mr. Marcus.
Wonderful. Done deal. If you have scrolls of enlarge person or potions, just
Let me
name your price.
Let me check.
I like the sound of this. This is gonna be fun.
It's like the fastball special with fucking Wolverine and Beast. I love it.
Oh,
I get to
shit.
throw Marcus now? Hell yeah.
The dice want you guys to have this. All right, so I do actually. I have 2 of the scrolls and 1 potion.
We'll take all 3. How much?
The potion tastes like
700 gold.
crap. Oh. Done.
Marcus.
See? Look
Wait.
at how easy that was. Now we can go kill the Illithids. He begins to transfer 700 gold.
Okay. That was actually pretty fucking close to what I was gonna
Was
say.
it? Was it actually pretty close?
Yes.
What, did I get screwed or did
You
she
got
get
screwed by 20
Ah, that's
gold.
okay.
You got screwed by 20 gold. Yeah.
Fuck! Insight, baby. I
Yeah.
got it. All right.
Haggler. Future Haggler.
Oh god.
At least it's no more than 900.
All right. I'll send it all in gold.
All right.
And that has transferred. So it was. So I'll give both the potions to Bonkin.
It was 2 scrolls and 1 potion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will keep the scrolls and I will give the potion to Bonkin.
Got it.
So it's a potion of enlarge.
Yeah, I don't think they actually exist, but I'm allowing it. Yeah, enlarge, reduce.
Enlarge, reduce.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
There's a cape of enlargement.
Yeah, you just do a custom item potion of enlarge, reduce.
Oh shit! What level is that spell? It's 2.
It
isn't
is.
I think it's 2.
I'm pretty sure it's 2, but let me double check.
Enlarge reduce is 2nd level.
Thank you. Thank you. I know we used the shit out of it initially in Wildlands. Well, now you're going to be quite large, sir.
Thank you.
Big bitch.
And if I have more of these items come in, I would be more than happy to contact you, knowing that you prefer these. And if I have anything interesting come in, I'd be more than happy to contact you and give you as an additional benefit to helping me first dibs.
Yes, please. We are very hungry for some uneasily acquirable magic items. However, Mistress Kira will be at the forefront of our inventions department.
He laughs. I like the sound of that. Actually, if you're not entirely tired of looking through your stock, I have 2 other requests to add on to our very long list for today, though.
Sure. And just so you know, the Dreamcatcher with the discount will be 4,055 gold.
Yeah. And you want half now, half later?
Half whenever, and then half once it's completed.
All right. I would like to ideally only transfer you coin once. There's only 2 things I have in mind at the moment. They're oddities.
But she doesn't look surprised at all.
Do you have an all-purpose tool? Or an insignia of claws? And then she looks down at Min and says, in Elfin, "Yes, I'm asking for something for you."
Okay, hold on.
Marcus looks very confused. He doesn't know. Is that a new one? Have I heard of an insignia of claws?
Give me a history check.
Admittedly, I know about it because I was looking at building an unarmed fighter for a different game, so...
16. Yeah, I would say you've heard of it. You maybe aren't familiar with the ins and outs of it exactly, but let me look up what the fuck it is, and then I can tell you what you know.
I can look it up by myself if you want me to.
That's fine, yeah.
I can also give the one-sentence easy description.
Go ahead, do that.
It buffs unarmed attacks and natural weapons, so it's a make men better thing. It's a +1 to attack and damage for unarmed strikes and natural attacks.
Yep.
I see. Okay, okay.
+1, so it gives the base +1 and then overrides damage resistance.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Which, yeah.
Okay.
So Marcus
And
is
then-
totally surprised, but he goes,
And then the all-purpose tool is the already 101 thing that I should have already thought about and didn't, and I'm mad at myself for it.
So all-purpose tool. So, we don't have the most rare version.
I honestly forgot there are multiple versions. Okay, so she. Oh,
We
yeah,
only have
no,
the
that.
we only have the lowest tier.
But you have one.
I do have one. Again, our items come from somewhere, but yes, we only have the lowest tier, and to be honest with you, you may have to do some repairing to it before you use it because when
That'll make it work better. Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
She looks so excited to be buying something broken or damaged.
okay.
And then she gets a little bit of a, like, not, like, malicious sly, but a little bit of, like, the sly wry look. With a discount for current condition?
Yes, so for the current condition, I can give it to you for 150.
All right.
They typically would go for 200 at this rarity. Like I said, it's not the most rare. So the most rare is upwards of 500 to 600 gold.
Any chance we could call it a fair trade with this? And he pulls out the scroll of Phantasmal Killer and sets it down. I know I can read that arcane script, but it probably shouldn't be utilized on any battlefield that myself or Sundamar are part of. So, any chance we could call it even with that? I know you'll make a little bit of a profit.
Yes, we could certainly do that. Yes.
Done. He nods at Kira.
Elvin. Thank you.
I'm not allowed to bargain, said Melvin.
And he just
And
did
you-
it twice.
That's exactly how that exchange goes.
So for the insignia, sorry, I'm trying to find a decent. So for the insignia, if you're wanting the permanent one, I assume, not the consumable.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Are you wanting the consumable one-time use or the more permanent?
It's for her. Gestures down to Min. And I don't think she's planning on retiring anytime soon.
Excellent.
Permanent if you have it.
Yeah, so the permanent one is 400 gold.
All right, and that's with the
Oh,
superhero.
with the not the superhero, the Oathbearer's discount. One moment.
I
$2.99.
apologize. All right, and then the Dreamcatcher with the discount.
Let me add those together. Hold on.
Spend your money. Spend your money.
It'll be 3,916 total.
Okay. She's going to she's just gonna hold out her phone and prepare to just tap to pay.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll do the little tappy thing, and then turn turn the monitor thing around so you can sign.
And you said a total of 3,916.
Correct.
Did I hear that correctly? Okay. She's not going to split half and half. She's just gonna pay for it all right now.
Okay. I appreciate your business truly, and I even more appreciate what you're about to go do. If you find that you need more items of any kind, feel free to, well, I guess you don't have my card, and she'll give a business card. Call or text, and I'll see if I can't have it ready.
Marcus will take the business card. He's going to reach kind of like aggressively and like grab the business card. He's also going to reach into his pouch and pull out 20 Oathbearer business cards and say, your customers should be flooding back through these beautiful doors within the next day or so. I can guarantee it. If anybody sounds like they're in need, make sure they call us. And I give her the stack.
She'll take them, and she actually will put them in like a little business card, like stacking thing on the desk. Thank you.
If you do happen to get any of the tools with higher rarity, will you give us a call?
I can definitely do that.
And even before she puts the all-purpose tool in her bag, she's just going to run her hand across it and, cast mending. The usual.
Okay, yeah. And then the insignia, it's actually, when you said it's for Min, she takes this thing out and she looks down at Min. She goes, "Hold on a second," and she steps back here into this room again. And she comes, it's just a second, and she comes back out, and you can see she's put like an industrial magnet on the thing, and she just hands it over to you, and she goes, "This should suit her well." I killed Cat.
Kara's going to not die. Kara's just going to just smile and say thank you, and then she's going to go to like crouch down next to Min, and she'll say a word in Elven. Min's going to sit, and as she holds it out, it like jumps out of her hand onto Min, and it's just oh, that is a glorious sound.
Min actually seems pretty happy. Like at first she looks at it, she sort of paws at it, and then when it doesn't move, like when it looks like it's gonna stick, she does like,
Min, you look magnificent. And even fiercer than ever. I'm gonna have to manually figure out how I'm going to do that, because I don't think it's gonna let me conveniently add that
we can
to
work
her
on it.
rolls.
We can work on it through the week. I'm sure that if I
You could
can't,
just add a +1 to her attacks regularly. Right?
So actually, I may be able to help out because I have a DM account. I can make
Yeah.
a custom creature, and I can make the attack rolls when you're pulling up her character sheet with the +1 added in, like an insignia, like an insignia
I
attack
will-
roll or whatever.
yeah.
I'll message you this week, and we can figure something out then, because that would be more useful
It'll
than
be
digging
so-
for her
you
stats
ju-
anyway.
Yes.
I was gonna volunteer Xavier for that because I already knew he was gonna say
Yeah,
it.
as soon as you open, I mean, you can literally just pull up another tab, and it will just be Min's stats, and then you just have the rolls in there for you.
Well, I do wish you the best. Just go get rid of those damn things.
Oh, are we still here? Marcus is already at the door. Thank you, by the way, for everything. This has been wonderful, and we'll be back after we've. And he just walks out the door.
You don't get a lot.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. Hope you get business back.
Thanks to you, I expect I will. This is the most business I've had in a while.
Well, we hope that it's not the last of it.
And she'll reach. So the counter is pretty low. Aegis, she's short too, and she'll reach across and put her hand out like both of like this, like expecting yours.
Yeah, Aegis will go on over and place his hand there.
Her other hand will go over yours, and she'll say, "Stay safe, and keep them safe as well."
Now I gotta see if I can do a thing.
Can I insight check her? I want to see her intentions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking bonking, always trying to set people up.
No, you set yourselves up. Don't even.
I didn't set shit up, you nasty-minded fool. No, I'm just kidding.
I blame Tempest.
Oh yeah.
Tempest has a nasty mind. It's Bonkin who has the
He's the dad brain.
Bonkin
He's the
likes the
dad brain,
smutty
yeah.
romantic books, and
he's the
Tempest likes
wholesome
porn.
one, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Bonkin, yeah, 100%. She's being very, very sincere, and you can tell it's almost like she maybe incited Aegis, like probably incited all of you, but maybe incited Aegis to figure out his role in the group, what he does, and she's being 100% sincere. She wants you guys to survive this.
Right, so it's not like Tempest and Gale kind of conversation.
No, not quite.
Alright, you're still gonna just be smiling there like an idiot next to them.
Okay. What's up?
No, I'm gonna let these guys play out there.
Oh yeah.
Scene here.
Aegis, what were you thinking of doing?
Well, I was trying to see how prestidigitation worked to see if I could do a funny thing, but it would not It
Oh.
is one of the few things prestidigitation is not a thing for it. I think it'll require thaumaturgy or something like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the other multi-use cantrips.
Yeah, I know. I love thaumaturgy. Okay, so yeah, you can tell that she's being sincere. There's true concern in her eyes, and she gives your hand a little squeeze, and then let's go.
I thank you. And I promise we will get this place taken care of.
Thank you.
Right. Well, if you need any help, you know where to call us. I'm just gonna point to the business cards. If you need help with anything, I'm normally free. If you wanna ask for me to lift stuff, I do that at Alpha League too. Fair play. Fair play.
She'll say, well, with those potions, I don't doubt you'll be able to lift anything.
Oh, true. Thank you for that as well. Well played.
And of course, if we always
Alright.
come across something that we don't have any use for, you would probably be the first one we come to.
Excellent. I love hearing that as well.
All right. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
And Bonkin's gonna leave.
Aegis will say bye as Bonkin starts.
Cut out.
He will go ahead and give a slight wink though before leaving.
Okay. All right. You'll get one back. You wink and she goes, oh.
So, I what time of day actually is it right now? It's like still morning ish,
Yeah, it's
right?
like-
Or is it like
Yeah, it's like 10:30 or so at this point, yeah.
and Tempest had agreed to meet up with Gale around, was it noon?
Noon, around noon, yeah.
So yeah, he'll Tempest will probably okay, so if are we gonna go fight these illicits like right now? Was that the plan?
I am bound by verbal contract to take care of the illithids immediately so that business can be restored to the Abrac Apothecary. run
Right,
by
yes.
Umi.
We'll have time to get you back for your date and have plenty of
Okay.
time for you to get cleaned up. Promise.
Wait,
Okay,
What-
good.
what-
Yes. That yes, thank you, Kira.
And
I
I
have-
will
I have-
make sure you're topped off nice and spiffy looking.
Yes. I don't want to go to a date covered in blood and having my jaw falling off. 'Cause I
Nope,
might need
we'll
that.
make-
Don't worry.
You'll be in perfect health. I'll make sure that everything is in top repair before you go. It'll be good.
And lucky for you, illithids don't eat jaws; they eat brains, so it would bore
Mark,
through
it's not
your
helping.
skull. Oh, sorry.
You will have
I mean, just as
no-
long as it doesn't
no-
You didn't
hurt
use the
the moneymaker
inspiration yet.
here is all I really care
You
about.
didn't use the inspiration yet, did you?
there will be
Going from the back, I don't care.
No, I
Just
didn't.
don't go in from the front. That's all I'm hoping for.
we'll avoid any whole boring in the at all. How about that?
You guys are, as you're
Until
getting
you-
in the fucking car
Perfect.
saying this, Zachary turns and looks at you guys like,
Tempest has a
Oh,
date.
don't look at us like that. Like it's the first weird thing you've ever heard, Zachary. Come on.
No, but it might be the most weird.
yeah.
A little bit. Pedal to the metal. Let's go. We need to get to. Wait, Kira, coordinates.
It might be better if I'm in the front seat to be able to navigate.
All right, come on up. Marcus scoots towards the door a little bit and just leaves a little room. He pushes like that little armrest section up into the seat. Come on.
You know what?
I wanna
She's gonna
go
try
with
it
Kira.
and fail and call his bluff. Yeah, they'll squish in the front seat.
Okay, give me a
I'll
dexterity.
She's tiny. Isn't she small? I mean, not small, literally, but like she's smaller framed.
Yes.
Also
she-
wearing full plate.
No.
I am
Oh, well,
wearing
you are.
full
Yeah.
Give me athletics
Yeah.
or acrobatics.
For both of us.
Oh no, Marcus is fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
He
no.
just had to scoot over.
Okay. Would you prefer, as a DM, acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
I was really hoping from a comedic point that you were gonna say that. I've never been so happy to fail a check.
Okay, so Kira starts to climb, and as I mentioned earlier, this could not have worked out better. There is like the separation thing, so it's a really small window that she's trying to climb through. didn't really anticipate having to take all the bags and everything off of her side, her pouches, her pouch that she has. So
Oh, yeah, she wouldn't take off any of it. That's
Right.
important stuff. She needs that.
So at first, she gets stuck at the waist because of the pouches, and she starts wiggling, and all you guys in the back can see are her feet kicking like this as she tries to wiggle her way through the teeny tiny window. She's pretty small. It's a small frame. She can fit through it. Then she realizes that it's the pouches, and instead of trying to like slide them off, she tries to pull them through. So Marcus and Zachary just see her going like this initially, and
So does
she's
Marcus realize she's struggling?
yeah,
like that
you
bad?
would see that she's really stuck.
Okay, I'm gonna
Kira, would you
burn-
like some help?
I'm gonna burn my free telekinetic movement, and I'm going to pull her whole body up and kind of like turn it into like an arrow and just slowly slide her through the window and then seat her upright and just plop her fucking down.
And Zachary's gonna look over and say, "And that's the weirdest thing I've seen."
Really?
No,
Have you
it's
seen
not.
my friend Sundama?
Yeah, you know what? I did see that guy. I take it
All right.
There you go.
back. There you go.
Kira, are you okay?
She coughs a little bit and then nods. Yep, I'm good.
You know, Mr. Tempest, I think you sent me a video like this once.
Oh yeah.
We talked about never opening attachments from Tempest or clicking on any links.
Well, I feel rude.
Then be rude.
You guys don't click on my links?
Where are
Never.
we going?
I click on every link, and I
I don't normally
have
like these links.
ample nightmare supply to feed Sunama. Marcus pops up his left arm and reaches it across the back of the seat and over Kira and kind of like on to Zachary's shoulder. And he leans over Kira's shoulder and says, "Okay, what are your coordinates? Where are we going?"
So as Marcus movie theater reaches, Kira's gonna look down at her tablet
Ask his
and
boyfriend.
they're a big happy family, aren't they?
Thank you, wife of
She's
Diane.
going to not even look at anything. She's just gonna rattle off the location because
She's the worst in the world.
well, actually, she probably doesn't have a good average address because it's abandoned. So she'll literally, it's by the intersection of X and Y.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you mean where everything's been destroyed over there?
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. All right. And he'll-
You may experience some psychic terror as we approach. Let us know if you feel any of that.
Okay.
Oh, he'll be fine. That's why I'm touching his shoulder, so I can keep the mental block on him. We'll get there just fine.
It's actually not that far from here, so
Oh, well, in that case.
he'll oh, go ahead.
To say if it's not that far, then I'm gonna just go ahead and like reach back and boop him in with the very important spell of going
Okay.
into combat.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty close. So, literally it's like I don't know whoever's paying attention to directions or who would be, but okay, so he's heading mostly north right now, north and a little bit east.
Also, just as an offhand note, offline note, can you, when we're done with this, just show me on the map where this shop was?
Yeah.
Because I'll update you guys on where it's at.
I
It's
really
just
appreciate
north
you
of where
doing
we're
that
at.
too.
Oh, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? You know how I am.
Yes, I do. Hold on, I'm gonna open up my map really fast.
So we go north from where the shop was.
Yeah, you go north and then east.
And it was, okay, and it was near, is it, so on the map, is it nearer Alpha League HQ?
It's further north than that.
Okay, so nearer where the mountains are. Kind of in that, like, little abandoned area up there, but along the subway system.
Hold on 1 second. So it's
Oh no! Oh! So it's further southeast than that.
yeah, so
Like,
it's
if you
further
were to go
yes.
If you were to go east from the diner, it's up in that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Yep, and it's as you guys get to that area, like as he pulls up, I mean, you can see there's clearly, so you guys have seen the subway entrances, you know, they go down, it's clearly a stair, it's marked, everything. The stairway looks beat up, the sign is like hanging down, and there's nobody around this area. You do not see any people around this area whatsoever. As you start to approach, you guys, so let's see. Well, everybody just give me a wisdom saving throw. you and Kat
I
made the
don't
same
wanna.
face.
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
Same.
Oh,
I'm good.
I guess I'm taking the 12. Fuck.
I'm going. I'm gonna use my flash of genius for Marcus
Okay.
to give Marcus a +3.
All right.
Oh shit. All right, I'll take a
15.
15.
All I can say is thank you, Halfling Luck.
No shit. Dude,
I-
Halfling Luck
I-
has saved you so many goddamn times.
It literally has. Halflings have become like my new favorite purely because I don't have to worry about the first nat 1 that I roll. I literally have to roll it twice.
So, so you guys, as you get where you assume is closer, like I said, you can see when you're approaching that it's clearly abandoned. As you get closer to that area, let's see, Tempest, Kira, and Marcus at first. You start to feel this like overwhelming sense of dread. Kira, when you start to feel it, something in you clicks and you're like, Marcus can't feel this, and you sort of put your arm up on his shoulder because he's like, got his arm over you. You put your hand up on his shoulder and you just look at him and you say no. And Marcus, you feel when she says that, it like evens you out. You're like, okay, no, this is fine. This is okay. I'm all right. Can you roll for Min too, Kira?
Oh, yep.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, because the weirdness. Okay, 1 second. I have to figure out what are. Yep, I will gladly do this.
And I just want you to know, Marcus, that you would have noticed that Zachary sort of started to panic. And you just kind of tightened your grip on his shoulder, and you felt his body relax, and he kept on the straight and narrow. 7,
Oh,
okay.
God. Oh god. He's gonna fucking berserk in the back seat.
I mean, I'm also failing, so it makes sense that Min would fail because she's getting it through me, too.
So Min and Bonkin, or wait, where's Bonkins? No, Bonkin, you did well.
I got a 20.
So Bonkin and Aegis, you would see Min, her claws start to like scrape into, like she's grabbing the seat. She looks like a cat that's about to freak out. And Tempest, you, for a split second, you think you hear that terrible screaming that you initially heard when the siren, or that everybody else initially heard when the siren was first released, and it takes hold for a second. Aegis and Bonkin, both of your passive perceptions are high enough that you would notice this in Min and in Tempest. Is there anything you want to do before we end the session?
And I'm also failing, correct?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Only thing is, Aegis would go ahead and throw out a 3rd level aid.
Okay.
We'll hit that onto Marcus, Bonkin, and probably Kira, just because.
You said Marcus, Bonkin, and Kira?
Yeah, because usually we've been putting it on Min, but last time that happened, Kira was the one that went down.
Yeah, if you want to just update it on there. Okay.
Can you say that one more time? Sorry, I'm updating tokens for Candace. Can you say who that was again, real quick? It was me.
Marcus, Bonkin, and Kira.
Got it. Thank you. And what? And that was 15 hit points.
10.
10. Thank you.
Okay. So when you do that, Aegis, you would see Min would physically relax. Kira, you feel the dread leave you very suddenly. And Tempest, give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay. And just a point of order before, as soon as he started to feel like panic, he would have tried to turn the wand. Ooh, natural 20. He would have turned the wand to smiles to himself. Everything's.
I'm so glad you bought that.
How fucking amazing is that?
If you don't have an inspiration, please
Oh,
take
that's
one. That's
awesome.
perfect.
That is amazing.
That's very Tempest of you.
Thank
You've been
you.
very, very Tempest today. Not that you're not every time, but like I feel like, yeah. So your intelligence check. So the screaming kind of starts, and you, in your own mind, start to reason with yourself with logic, which is not something that you typically do, especially in the
Not
moment.
my strong suit.
No, it's not. But at first, it's you talking to you, where you're like, "This can't be real. What is this? You know, it's just a subway. It's just a broken down subway." But then you do hear in the back of your mind, you hear your patron's voice, and she says, "It's not real. It's not real. Take hold. It's not real."
Yeah, and then that would be the moment that he turns the wand to himself.
Right. Exactly.
Everything's fine. This is great. Everything's fine.
And Aegis, you would see a very strange look over Tempest's face, a smile you have never seen him make before.
Please tell. All I can say, not so much as Aegis, but as player. Please tell me Aegis is just looking at Tempest with like this big old "why so serious" Joker grin.
Yeah, yeah. And Bonkin, you would see that as well. Sophie Quest. Okay, thank you.
Like he has like the terrified eyebrows, but like the
All right.
I
go
think
ahead.
just because it's Bonkin and like Min looks like she's gonna freak out. Bonkin would kind of just move next to Min, where I guess
What the
Kira
hell?
was, where there's now loads of space because the bags are gone.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's gonna sit there, like kind of gently pat, like Min, but ready to grab if necessary. And he's gonna also stretch over to like Tempest and just kind of give him like a gentle pat on the shoulder. He's not gonna grab Tempest.
Right. Okay, yeah, Tempest, you would feel that it does help with kind of bringing you back down to earth. You still feel almost like you could just bolt out the door of the SUV at any given moment, but you don't feel that full overwhelming sense of dread anymore.
thanks, Falcon. Everything's great. We're doing great. This is fine.
Yeah, you really look like it, Mr. Tempest. Hang in there.
And that is as good a place as any for us to
Wait,
stop.
wait.
What, Kira? Go ahead. Go
I have
ahead.
one small
Yeah, damn it.
description. That's it. When the dread, when the dread washes over, she looks at Marcus, says no to him. There's just an expression like afterwards, like when she makes sure that he is okay, her own like expression turns pain, and she like kind of presses back away, and then it's gone a second later as she gets it. And then does the fear disappearing coincide with the aid, or does that, as a conscious thought, does that coincide with the spell casting, or with some other weirdness that might be going on right now?
The timing seems to line up with the aid.
Okay.
However,
I'll
Marcus
trust
has
that.
also had his arm across you the entire time, and you know his capabilities as well, so it's possible Marcus intervened.
We helped each other. Okay. He didn't flash purpley pink at all, did he?
No.
Okay. Seems sus. I don't trust it. I'll worry about it for a week.
I did when I had to jimmy you through the fucking window.
Right.
but,
You're the one that invited me to sit next to you and then put your arm around me, so this is why there are rumors.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I'm super glad you guys. Go ahead.
Just a point of clarification. I had rolled earlier, and I fucked up on that, just so you know. There was a roll that I did earlier that was an intelligence-based roll, and I had a +4 to it at the time. I'm trying to look back and see what the... Oh, it was the history check. It shouldn't have happened. I accidentally attuned to the headband.
Oh.
I can't do that until we take a short rest. And anybody who picked up an attunement-specific item, we can't do that till short rest. So just so you know, I am not going to look at the insignia that I was rolling for with the history check, because I don't think that would have made sense for him.
What
without the
would your
headband.
bonus have been?
It would have only been a +2, so it would have
+2,
been a 14.
14. Okay.
14 instead of a 16. So I don't know where you're barrier-wise with that, but I just want to let you know I did not look at it yet.
Okay.
But it was only a 14. So.
Okay. Yep. Thank you for that too.
Yep.
I always appreciate. I know, and not that I would expect anything less from this group of players, but I always appreciate the integrity. Thank you.
Yeah, to be fair, part of the reason why I didn't start shopping for items and went for scrolls is specifically is because I don't have to attune to a scroll.
Right.
I
yeah.
know it. Trust me, I feel that. That's why when she was like, I have got these 3 items that will do enlarge reduce, and I was like, done. Shut up and take my fucking
Shut up and
lady.
take my money. That's what I
Yeah,
was about to say. I'm so glad you guys decided to go shopping today because I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
now I didn't have that shop built, but I knew the items that I wanted to get to you guys, so I have maps on backup. So, all right.
but yeah, no, like Luster
guys, we're gonna read
Restoration
Sophie
was one I was gonna
Quests.
grab. Dragon's
guys
Breath,
hang
I knew
out?
if they had it, I'm
Really
like,
great
that's
session
just gonna be
Like,
fun.
truly.
Are you
Well, yeah,
kidding me?
because why the hell not? I mean,
Yeah, Marcus or
Gosh,
Bonkin
13
being able to
people?
just
She's gonna say-
breathe like a dragon, fuck yes. And then Private Sanctum because that can be useful whenever.
Oh, absolutely. If we're in the thick of the
Alright,
shit
guys, we're
and
gonna
we need
go
to
hit.
sleep
We're
and we
gonna go
can't
read
go back
Sophie
home to
Quest.
sleep
She's
and
fun.
we need a place to
She's great.
sleep, that's
So if you
oh
don't
yeah,
follow
that's
her, you
wonderful.
should- Oh, she's away from her.
And that was the big one too, right? That was
Hold
the
on.
big man. That was the big mansion, right? That
Yeah,
wasn't just the hut.
Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
Oh,
Ah,
that's
she's
fucking
not at her
beautiful.
desk.
Well, you got your magic room, but I got a
Hold on a
magnet.
second. Yeah, she's not at her desk right now. I think she went
That
AFK.
that was so
That
good.
magnet is
I can
top
stop
tier.
it and just wait till she's back.
No, I like the idea of a giant bonkin that can breathe fire or dragon breath.
Well,
That'd
well,
be
Hey, there's
freaking
a goal for
ridiculous.
he's our first, second, and
Just
third
type it, you don't have
liner.
to redeem it.
Just send Bonkin in, 1-man army.
Fabian.
Like,
Alright.
Oh man.
Alright, guys, so we're
I
gonna
hate
go
my brain
raid
for that
Fabian
joke.
Baggins instead, because unfortunately
It's
Sophie
like
went
Monster
AFK.
Hunter. You have
But,
to like prepare,
thank
sharpen
you
your
guys for hanging
weapons,
out. We will
cook,
see
get
you
ready,
all
and
next
then go
week.
in.
Well, we'll see you on
How many
Tuesday
times
for
have we
Crochet
actually
and
gone
Chill.
shopping since
But
the
I
start of the
do
campaign?
truly appreciate
Once,
you
maybe
guys.
twice.
I
Like
have the
twice.
internet.
Wow,
We're
you're a little
gonna
bit different.
head
You
out
order
after this
Amazon
ad.
shit.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
losing.
Candace, I'm
What?
gonna end up messaging you the list of things that I'm going to be purchasing from Amazon in the next car ride,
Okay.
and then just tell me a dollar amount and when I get it, how many
I'll tell
days,
you a
and I'll
gold
keep
amount.
track. Yep.
Alright, I will.
It will
Alright,
be
guys, let's go
platinum.
raid
I'm buying
Fabian
technology.
Thank you guys for hanging out. We will see you
Good luck.
soon.
I'm gonna have to see if
I
I can
will
get magic items from
also be
Amazon. That's really
thinking about
funny.
something.
I hope you can't get them from Wish.com.
I want to. I really want to see what Candace comes up with the knockoff of the knockoffs.